Oh, I was hoping I could burp.
Oh!
I was hoping. I was trying.
I was going in for the Mexican standoff. Oh, that's... Is that what that sounds like to you?
We should have planned this better.
Yeah.
Without Kate, we're lost.
It's true, when
Fully.
Kate used to be here.
Yay!
Everybody's exploded.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
I mean, I'll
Welcome.
take everybody exploding any day.
You know, you could keep talking.
That's what Totes was all about.
Oh, totes. I miss explodey totes. Explodo. You know, I tried. That's what counts, right? Oh boy. John's hydrating, like a plant. It's important for him to be able to do photosynthesis during the stream to recharge. I don't know, man.
Well, I certainly have enough light on me
It's
now.
true. Hey, lots of light in here, guys. How are we looking? We're looking
Yeah,
pretty
I
good,
got
eh?
a little bit of extra light here, but that's just because there's a light behind me. So now
Go,
I
Gary.
feel bathed in light.
Dark salutations from the kingdom of metal.
What? And hello, Golgari.
Hi, everybody. And Erigwen and Weirdness and all others.
Oh, Gary,
who are
did
here.
your game happen yet?
There's no branding on this cup, I promise.
There should be Beanduck branding only.
Well, we failed that.
Yep, sure did. Hey, you got to
You
play.
actually got to play. I want to know how it went.
Yeah, gold
This is the part where it's like, it's too
I can't relive it.
I've always had a soft spot for Golgari because of the Glengarry Glen Ross joke. You know what I mean? I like that.
It's an excellent joke.
Very smart.
Oh, what's the black with the purple star banner? Oh no, I was gonna say Elened, but I don't think it is.
No, it's not
It's definitely not.
It's fuck. It's on the tip of my fucking tongue. My tongue.
It's okay, guys. He's gonna
Oh,
be
right
okay.
in my tongue.
It's not even on here.
No.
Survey says
So it's the D.
Dougal.
I think. Or is it V? Is it fuck?
Vlambaram.
It's going, guys. Wow.
Oh, good, Mistrich. We've trained you well.
Beaumain. Oh,
It's Beaumain.
God, it's Beaumain.
Whoops.
That's so funny. Whoops.
My bag.
The Dark Stars. The Hopeless Crosshair. That's for you. And did we already comment on Mistrich? Mistrich, it's cool that you went straight to Beanduck. Twitch.tv/Beanduck. That's my homepage.
I'm pretty sure I set up Beanduck to host this channel anyway, so I think we should be good.
Oh, good.
That's right, Beanduck. You're welcome.
Shiny Mewy.
Shiny Mewy. What's
Evening.
tip of-
Worn and
tip of the
torn but
beanie
ready.
to you?
It's shiny Mewy.
Worn and torn, but ready. It's like just my jeans.
Like your chromosomes?
Yeah, there's holes in them. Yeah, my chromosomes.
And we
Yeah.
filled them in with the DNA from frogs.
Oh, nice.
Ribbit. Ribbit.
You're a dinosaur.
Life,
So we decided that if you were casting LARPs using the Jurassic Park characters,
No, if you were
Will.
casting Jurassic Park using the
using
LARPs characters.
yeah, you're right. Will would be Jeff Goldblum.
Sorry. I just don't think I don't know if there's a better choice.
But who do you think does the better Jeff Goldblum imitation?
Definitely not me. Although I do love
No,
Jeff Goldblum.
you do a pretty good
He's
Jeff Goldblum.
He's the kind of person that you can't predict what he's going to do, so it's really hard to do an impression of him, I feel. I'm not saying it's perfect, but
I wonder if JT could do a good Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, Crosshair's telling us about crossbows. Not just a crosshair, but a crossbow.
crossbows. Hi, Grubermensch, too. Hello.
Yes.
Makes sense.
When I say point blank, I don't necessarily mean like up against somebody.
Oh.
I'm not sure if then I'm not using the term point blank correctly. Point blank to me is like,
Less than short range.
yeah, basically like I am directly in front of you. I'm in melee range. Teenager magicians.
The last four died.
Dad.
Teenager
You just have to
magicians.
go her. Hell.
I was about to say I would do teenager magicians, and no, that's
Wait.
not. That's entirely not.
John,
what I
no.
meant.
John.
I meant more like I would run a LARP with
For teenage magicians? It's
I
kind
mean,
of awesome.
Erigwen and I are already gonna run fucking Dragon Blood Academy.
What? Can I come?
Dragon Blood Academy. It's basically like a shonen or shoujo anime, except that it's just dragon blooded.
Can
Learning
I-
to be dragon blooded in a school?
Do you need any NPC teachers? Like,
Dragon Blood Academy.
that would be so much fun.
I think everyone's example is like somebody walking into their dorm room. Ugh, my teacher's such an anathema. And just like dropping down into the bed.
There wouldn't be a live studio audience, but I like to imagine there would.
Speaking of, you know what we have both of today? Armands.
Oh, yeah.
That's She Who Knows 10,000 Things and Entropy's Disciple.
Oh, you can't see it.
They're right there.
And then Golgari was pointing out some plot points from the game, which is pretty cool as well, a little
I want
further
to
up.
see these.
Hey,
First one back up. My game, I got all the players cut up to the same timeline. The
Oh, boy.
Piskies' foster parents grounded him for being out all night. Nice. And they're starting to get into an autumn person anti-free range parenting advocacy group.
Advocacy.
That's never been a word.
Nope. He used portal passes to sneak into a movie after school and accidentally looks
Yes! I love the use of Portal Passage to see a movie for free. That's the best thing I've ever. That's amazing.
Man, teenage me would have been all over that shit.
In a LARP that I ran, a
Oh.
Changeling LARP that ran for quite some time, for a long while, we had a Childling squirrel puka. And he was obnoxious as fuck.
I
And
bet.
at first, it was like amazing because he was a Childling squirrel puka and he was obnoxious. And
Yeah,
it was
that's
like,
great.
yep, that's what you probably would expect from one. And then, no, it was just the player. The player
Oh,
was just
oh, that's too
obnoxious.
bad. Oh, God.
Avocadocy.
You damn millennials and your avocados.
Right in my avocado fizzy toast. Scion game has 3/4 of the players in a zoo stealing a dragon tooth. For the last fourth is on her home. Freya's ship where half the Valkyries stay. It's a
Whoa.
cruise ship. Jeez. 1.9K views on the podcast.
Friggin'
What?
A, Shiny
Shiny
Mew.
Mew, that's so cool. That's amazing.
Let's go click that
Will
link.
this
Maybe
work?
it'll come up
I
with
assume
sound
that's like
right away.
all of the total plays. Okay, I was wondering if it was
yes.
if it was a per episode kind of thing or
Damn.
nice,
Shiny Mewy, thank you once again for organizing that.
really
That's a
fab.
lot of people.
I still have to Shiny Mewy full disclosure. I still have to go through and update the wiki to
Dude,
make
I
sure
still
the
haven't
links aren't
updated all the
broken.
YouTube ones either.
yeah,
Like
okay.
it's
But we are still there's a place in our hearts for them, and it's really wonderful. So thank you. What podcast? What are you talking about? Yeah, here we are.
I think Shiny Mewy can throw a link up into the chat of the podcast itself.
Yeah, please. I mean,
That
if
would be
you
great
feel
if
up
you,
to it,
if you
Shiny
could,
Mew.
Shiny Mewy.
Shiny Mewy.
I'm sorry, I'm like eating Reese's peanut
I finished
pieces
all mine before we
into
started.
my mic. I'm a professional voiceover actor.
You ever wonder if we get less work because they look at us on these streams and they're like,
I tell you, I almost booked a gig because people had watched my stream. I like went in for an interview for a
remember this.
hosting job for a stream, like a stream event. And they were like, yeah, we watched your punchy streams. And I was like, oh God, no.
Was I shitting all over your projects? I'm
Well, they
so
saw
sorry.
the streams and then they invited me in for an interview. So
Yeah, there you go. That's true, actually. I could have just like bombarded you with like negative comments. or
yeah, they
whatever.
could have. The whole thing was just.
Shiny Mew is back at episode 54. Catching up,
Oh boy.
but we keep making more.
Yeah, we're still going.
Oh, le Comte Montmartre de Saint-Germain. Oh my God.
That is a pretty sweet name.
Awesome. That also feels like it could be very French or it could be very like Quebecois, and I kind of love both of those.
GGR is very much on top of the name game. Not like me, where you're like, what's their name? And I'm like,
Alex,
Clarice.
Jasper. Those are
Clara.
great names, by the way. But
Cooper.
look,
Looper.
who's Klooper is Braum's next love interest.
Yep. Cooper eyes.
Does Klooper have a Does Klooper have a brother named Borf? That's my only question here.
Cooper and Borf being best friends.
Oh my God, Klooper and Borf.
Friends till the end.
Hey, guys, cancel the show. We're starting Klooper and Borf.
The sequel to Leo and Boppo.
We can't cross over those two universes.
Don't
I'm
cross
aware.
the stream, Scott.
Don't do it. Okay.
You'll notice
Yeah.
that there is somebody missing, though.
Oh.
I mean, look between you. She's not that short.
You under there? It's true.
Alas, Kate is not with us for this session, and we'll see about the next one. I mean, she definitely wants to. We might just have to lie her down on the couch.
She's streaming from like a half nap.
Oh, I would love it if we just had the camera, and then every so often we'd pan over and we just see like over the
All right,
over the
Patches
couch.
has given her 2 cents on that.
Okie dokie.
Kate has just apparently eaten Kobe beef, and has had in Kobe, and has had what she calls the best meal of her entire life. And it was probably because she was alone
Oh God,
and didn't
John.
need us there.
John says us, but you know.
My
Aye,
DDST made a snide comment at one point. You guys haven't even asked the guy's name yet. At one point a few months ago. So now every time my character meets an NPC, she goes, "Hi, what's your name?" And I was like, "I'm out of names. So you don't get to know the names of the whole world." NITE.
Exactly. Eric Mann. There's a fine line. Like some people, I get the sense that we're going to interact with more, or that we have to be polite to, and it's polite to ask someone's name.
Oh, that's an RSS feed. Okay, yeah. Clicking on that in Chrome isn't gonna help.
Yay!
Explodes.
Shining you, that's so
Can
great.
we expect any of you fine folks again at Gen Con this year?
Ooh.
I'm gonna put at that probably maybe not this year for me.
Huh.
It's possibly the same thing for Scott and I because we're going to Italy in the second half of August.
Sorry, not sorry about it.
A very short amount of time between the two.
I'm just gonna say never because like I don't want to be in this city during the summer. That's not true.
So you
I
choose
do.
to travel south.
Right, where it's hotter. Yeah, that's a joke. That is a joke. I mean, just because there's work here, etc. But like, oh my God, Ikorin, the
Ikorin.
last episode I watched was day 8.
Oh, you are gonna grow a bushy mustache.
Bushy?
Bushy.
Like bushy, okay. As
Not
opposed
bushy.
to bougie, which is maybe what I assumed. Should I? Whoa, sole mio, as we
I mean,
like
like,
fucking
here's the thing.
gondola down the.
I'm gonna shake my head no because I actually like the fluctuation of clean shaven Scott to scruffy Scott and back.
Nice.
But
It's gonna be so moist.
I ain't the one
So
rubbing
moist.
up on that face that any
mustache?
of you know of.
What the fuck are you talking about?
When?
Oh,
yeah,
God.
August. I know. Everyone's told me it's gonna be really hot. Problem with this guy being a tutor for high school students is that we can only go on vacation during the summer months.
You know what? Maybe they're just gonna have to deal with me without me next year, okay? Maybe they're just gonna have to learn their own things. Ikorin, what have you missed since day 8? We can catch you up on what happened last session.
You ready? Here, hold on. Let's see if I can do it in one breath.
Wow.
Okay, so that was a thing.
I quite
But
like
I
that. Hey.
In one end and out the other. I'm sweating at the outlier.
Oh God! You can't just say things like that. Oh my God.
All right. Well, what I can say is that we do have a game to get to this time around, but it's good to see all of you here. We'll have more updates on what's happening in the summer. In terms of, hi Red Panda. In terms of Gen Con, possibly not this year, but the other thing is that if we do Gen Con, we kind of want to do it right,
Yeah, that's fair.
right? Like, and it.
Have some events.
Funnily enough, to do Gen Con right, you kind of have to prepare like 8 months in advance. So,
Excuse me.
we'll see.
Ikorin, Game of Thrones starts at 9. I think
Eastern.
we're gonna aim to be done by that time.
Yeah.
It usually coincides with our end time anyway. Maybe we'll make a special effort today for this. For us Godders? No?
You aren't Godders though.
No.
For them, Godders. What
And
was-
I can't watch. I'm not allowed.
I know, so them Godders.
Godders.
No? Never mind.
I mean-
never mind. Fuck you guys.
Well, here's
Wow.
here's the thing. Most people who are watching it on HBO can probably, either PVR it or they're watching it on demand anyway. So, we'll see.
We will. They did.
Les Gauteurs.
Oh, yay!
Yay! That sounds about right. Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right,
Two
guys.
sharks. Yeah.
From the chart.
There's a question.
Fucking kill you. Oh my
There's a
god.
question that I feel compelled to ask you. I happen to know the answer to this question.
That's good.
Which of you is Aragorn's favored child today?
I am. Oh, both
This feels
of us.
this feels like one of those. What was that game show where it's like one of them had to stand up and they would like pretend to stand up and then somebody else would. Yep, everybody spent experience. What did you spend your experience on?
After being shamed by Aragorn last week and shanked, I spent it on something that I felt was very appropriate. Not at all.
6'5". Braum. Specialty Braum.
I thought it was Subterfuge 5. Specialty Self. I bought Athletics 4, which gave me a specialty, which I decided spur of the moment would be climbing. I feel like I do a lot of climbing. No, I'm serious. I'm sorry. I'm serious. I'm being totally serious.
Yeah, climbing back on the horse.
Hey! You know what, John? That's a good one.
Oh, I'm thrilled.
I'll give you 10 punchy punch points. Elizabeth, that's what I bought.
I bought Politics 4.
Wow.
And the specialty will be declared at the end of the session because our ST has said that I can do that.
Whoop.
Oh, I forgot how long
It's like very long. I love
that
it.
song goes. Still not going to take empathy, Kyoko. Why would he when he would rather take empathy, K?
Semi-serious question. Can I take a specialty in a person?
Yes.
It's like very narrow, though,
Yeah, but
right?
you
Like,
never
it
know what
wouldn't-
she's thinking. Why would you take empathy, Kyoko?
Well, because then I could. It's as if I've gotten to know her really well.
But you
Yeah,
haven't.
except you'd forget to use it.
Wait, first
the
of all,
time.
shut up. Second of all, what do you mean I haven't? First of all, shut up. I did, Mistrich. Can I answer that question, John, from before? Mistrich was asking whether Braum felt like he succeeded last session. Or maybe we will
Let me see if I can
get to that in
scroll
the
up and get there.
game.
Does Braum feel like he succeeded with the outcome he got? I think we're going to get to that in game.
Yeah.
And if we don't, we'll answer it afterwards. We definitely will.
Corin, nice, have fun.
Your first real life exalted session in 3 months tomorrow. Nice.
Yes. Okay.
Everybody is going for it. Speaking of going for it, what happened last session? You know,
I remember. Do you?
Yep. I made it happen. I'm gonna pick some hair off your face. Is that
I
okay?
think I see it. It's like there somewhere,
Here,
right?
I can get it.
Okay, cool. Can I talk while you're doing this?
Yeah.
It might be attached to my. Nope. You want to start?
Go for it. It was all about you.
No, but. Okay, so last session, episode 74, wait. Okay.
why are we waiting?
Oh, I see the command.
Yeah, I know.
I'll just continue.
I think it's because I was picking hair off your face.
Oh, I see. Hey! What bam! So.
I say, I'm a dick.
Just preparing for Monday. All right, so last session was it was High Queen Lenore's test for the ex-members of the Red Branch. Members of the ex-Red Branch, rather. Which they didn't know what it was. They all gathered. There was a big clock with a golden face and 3 people with big hammers, and they shattered the clock, and it was all very exciting. They found themselves back at Abford Pharma, that same mission from oh so long ago that ended in such tragedy, and they were reliving it. In brief, the mission was slightly different because, of course, there was an extra person there. Fala was there because she was with the original group. Braum found himself torn between helping Zeron and Helena capture more data from Abford Pharma and knowing that he had to protect Kay and find Kyoko. He tried to do both. Zeron got captured in the kerfuffle. Fala and Celian went down as well. He had to make a choice between trying to find Kyoko and trying to save Kei. Tried to grab Kyoko, yeeted her towards Kei, and then both Kei and Kyoko got shanked. Cold iron. He had to once again make a choice to save one. And this time he chose Kei. I like to remember that he was like, Kyoko, is this okay? But I don't even know if he asked. Yeah, I don't think he asked permission.
She full-on ordered
She said,
him
do this.
To take Kei.
Hey, hi Pook. Thank
Oh
you.
yeah, I
Pook.
remember. That's the kind of thing you want to do. Listen to a puka and be like, yeah, I'll take this on its face value.
Oh no, you're making me feel bad. Anyway, so he brought Kei out to the car. Lots of casualties. The mission was a success? Question mark. And then they all woke up. This wasn't some sort of strange time reversal. This wasn't some sort of strange memory.
It was, in fact, a massive Oniromancy cantrip from Sophia. Bam! So this was a shared dream amongst all of them. And she and Lenore were able to monitor everything from within the dream, and going off of everybody's actions, the information that she collected, Lenore opted to instate the Companions of the Golden Braid as a replacement for the Red Branch.
Everyone who went on the mission was given a length of very beautiful, very delicately created golden braid, created by High Queen Lenore herself, which kind of marks them as members of this group. And they were also given 2 extras for Kei and Celian, presumably. And that is
And
where
cloaks.
we... And?
Cloaks.
Cloaks as well, it's true. Oh yeah, with the house representation colors kind of stitched into them. That's right, thank you. And that's
With
where
the
we left
Latin
off.
for spring will come stitched inside them. I tweeted
Actually?
that.
Actually, I didn't
Yeah.
see that. Fuck.
I
why do
forgot
keep
to
missing
mention it
these?
in the middle of the game, but it's got the Latin for spring will come
Baller.
in the lining.
That's awesome. Yeah, and then that's where we more or less ended
People
off.
who had been subjected to this rather cruel trial were of mixed minds as to whether or not it was a good thing, but ultimately they understand, I think, that Sophia's intention was to make sure that they understood what they were getting into before reinstating an organization like this. So they seem to be okay-ish. And was there anything else happening? No, that was it. That was it. It's a big one. It was a big one.
I've had to tell people that I won't play with them anymore.
Yeesh.
You know, eventually you realize that there's just somebody who you can't play with. Maybe it's because they're poor winners or sore losers. Maybe they cheat. Or maybe it's just as simple as you know that it's just not going to keep happening. But there are people who I have been playing games with and I stopped simply because they weren't a part of my life anymore. But is that as sad as it seems? I mean, there's new people who come into your life constantly. For a lot of you, that's the case. You come into my life, we play this game, and then I realized that there are some people who you strive to play games with, even when it's hard,
Yeah.
even when it's difficult. And there are others you let go. What makes that difference? Why choose one over the other? Why would you throw one of your friends in between another one of your friends and danger in the middle of a game? Scott's just like...
What makes you different makes you beautiful. Fuck.
Yeah, I have regrets, but I'm not sure that I would change things. Of course, I've never been given the opportunity. So, there is one thing that we have to sort out first before anything else. This was a dream. And because it was a dream, it is subject to interpretation by both of you.
Right.
So, you have that option if you wish. That is an intelligence enigma rolls, I believe. I believe it's a difficulty 8, but I'm going to check the
You can, sure.
book.
Book it up. That tome, a beautiful.
Does this roll get enhanced in any way because I was the one who crafted it?
Yes.
Cool.
If I remember
Ways of
correctly,
your choosing.
like that's actually built into a neuromancy. So let me check those.
We are having a look.
Oh, dream mechanics.
What makes one yeet a bunny?
What makes one yeet a bunny?
You know,
Crosshair wants to know.
Regrets.
I'm so in for everything.
I've had a few.
Pooks.
Pookala jukes.
The jukes. The
jukes.
Pugala jukes.
Look, some of us are proud of our jukes.
One of my fondest memories of John is
What? This is a fondest memory?
it was a very fond memory. We were playing some sort of battle mode. I don't know if it was.
It was Nintendo
it was
Life. It was
Yeah.
on the Wii.
Yeah, I was
the
gonna
Wii
say it
U.
wasn't Wii U. It wasn't Mario Kart. It was like a battle mode in some other way. But you were just juking us left and right. It was amazing, and you were
kept
just
screaming,
shouting the jukes
The jukes.
like over and over. And we were like, I can't catch him. He's slow, slippery.
And so now there's the pooks. Okay, it's actually Perception Enigma's difficulty 7. A character who possesses the Neuromancy art may use it in addition to or instead of this feat. So let's assume that you did. We're just going to say that for you, then, your difficulty is going to be 6. For you, it'll be 7. Go nuts. For donuts!
Wait.
Man, I wish my zeros had been doubled.
Well, do you have a specialty in enigmas?
I don't, actually. I only have 3 dots in enigmas.
Do you have a specialty in perception?
Insightful. I don't think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, insightful.
Fabulous.
Aw.
Because you're looking for insight.
Hey,
You're so wise. God damn.
That's why I'm sitting on this side of the table.
you who are wise in the ways of science.
How many did you get, Scott?
I got 2 successes.
2.
8. Because I rolled 3 zeros.
Disgusting. That's
why-
disgusting.
That's why I said it. Oh.
Before this session, there was an awful do I have to come up with the questions?
I know, and now I don't
Now you-
think I could come up with 8 questions. So why don't you give me what you deem 8 successes
So
worth of
what we're actually going to do is we're going to let Braum go first. As a dream interpretation with 2 successes, it means you get 2 questions that can be answered. If you don't have any questions, I can just give you 2 successes worth of tidbits.
I mean,
But that's going to be up to you.
I do like tidbits, but no, I do have 2 questions.
All right.
Based on, I guess, sort of how they appeared in the dream and what sort of happened to them, can I get a sense of the state of, or at least the sort of what happened to, or how they, sorry. Can I get a sense of the state of Kyoko and Claude? Those are my 2 questions.
Okay. What are your questions, if you have any?
Sorry.
I think one thing that I want to know is anybody who died Fey death. I want to know if that's going to have any lasting, if that's going to create damage to them outside of the dream.
Okay.
So that's one. That's the main one that Sophia wants to know. Anything that she needs to be worried about.
Okay. So, Scott, did you watch this previous session?
Yes.
'Cause you
Well,
told me about
I heard about the The things that I had missed, yes.
The things that you missed. Okay. So,
Not so great.
one of your questions ties into this. Fey death is not necessarily going to cause. It doesn't automatically cause any significant issue because, of course, they did not die. You deliberately engineered the dream to make sure that they didn't actually chimerically die, and you also can't create cold iron in a dream. You just can't. You can create the sensation of it, but you can't actually have it. It's the antithesis of dreaming. So it's not like one of those, if you die by cold iron in a Fey dream, you die in real life. Like, no, you don't. And it's also not, if you die by Fey death in a dream, it'll fuck you up permanently by automatic. Like, no. Now, that's not to say that some people might not be affected by the experience, but they're not in any danger specifically because they died of Fey death. Other than, like, you'd probably get that, like, moment.
Gotcha.
Which, as you know, is what I strive for.
He lives for it. Yeah, very true.
Claude is feeling a little better because he got a chance to do something instead of nothing. One of his biggest regrets in the original mission was that it was his job to stay outside and get people out of the area. And he was ordered very specifically to not enter the building. And he's always regretted that. But he also understood it. This time he was given the chance to do something else and it worked out. However, it's unclear right now as to whether or not that was, if this is going to make Claude feel like I should have gone in the first place, or if he realizes that he went in when the situation had already changed. So that's one.
Okay.
Kyoko is a lot more complicated than that. Kyoko doesn't regret a thing about what she decided to do, and she doesn't regret asking you to do what you did, and she doesn't blame you for what you chose to do. And that doesn't mean it doesn't hurt a ton.
Yeah. I thought this was a game of high fantasy and like
Oh, but it is.
dragons and shit. No, this is fucking real life shit, guys. Oof. Yeah, this is gonna hurt.
They accomplished more in this second mission than they did in the first, but they didn't because they had advanced knowledge. They did because they were more willing to figure things out as a group. There was less kind of, they were more open to communication and more open to communicating as to why they were making the sacrifices they were making, instead of doing the very noble and yet somewhat dumb, I'll stay here, you go on ahead, I'll be right behind you, cowboy. But aren't you stabbed in the gut? No, it's raspberry jam. I'll see you later.
Survive.
So, to a certain degree, the dream is a success from that respect. If this had been how it had happened, Abford may never have recovered. However, this was it was reliving a trauma. And a trauma that they were all prepared to accept, and a trauma that all of them should be able to come out of stronger. But that doesn't mean that there aren't lingering questions, feelings. They're going to need to process them. And if they don't, it might slip them back into their original state. Mm-hmm. There's the added bonus that it's your fault. Claude, very specifically, has concern that he can't see you in the same light. Because he didn't realize that you had the capacity for cruelty.
Woof.
Kyoko clearly still depends on you for support. She has not sort of been like, fuck you, right? She approached you. Fala has newfound respect for you. You do not seem as trifling to her as she once did.
That's nice.
Not that you were like overly trifling, but like she was like, oh damn, like this isn't, because this wasn't my back's against the wall, so I'll go ahead and do something. It was, I chose to go and do something, which she's never seen you do. She's only ever seen you react. She hasn't seen you act. So now she has. McAllister doesn't understand why you're a Liam.
Fair. I don't know. Fair point, I think.
Which is a little bit of prejudice on his part, but at least it's got its heart in the right place.
Yeah.
Which means that he's now rethinking what it means to be a Liam.
That's good.
Who is left? Helena.
And Sarah.
Helena is feeling survivor's guilt, even though it wasn't real. Now she understands that she may have, like, while she was attempting to do things the way that she was supposed to do to make things right, she did make a choice at a certain point that was made it less likely for her to be captured. And while she assumed that it put her in more danger of being killed, there's a part of her that regrets that she wasn't willing to, or wasn't wanting to make the same sacrifices that she did before. Celian.
Oh, Celian.
Celian's appearance in the dream is somewhat interesting. Celian, Braum's friend, Celian who did not survive the original encounter, and because he's she, we don't know if he's reincarnated and if he has where.
Mystery.
Oh yeah, the sheer.
I love that.
all
I
kinds
love
of
that.
mysteries about that. He's the one who doesn't understand why this had to happen. His questioning, who's she? Why are we doing this? Why have things changed? You could say the same thing about Kay. This questioning of, why do you have information that I don't? Why didn't you tell me? Shows that there may still be an unwillingness to fully accept that they were given a second chance. Because if they had, they might have actually tried to let them in on stuff. But there was some confusion, so it's not necessarily an indictment of them. You can ask Aragorn about Kay, or Aragorn, you can mention something specific about Kay if you want. Zeron, who ended up being the one being captured, has a complicated relationship with this because he doesn't feel fear, except when it relates to others. So he was willing to make sacrifices in order to protect others, especially now that he has, perhaps as much as Braum, more so than the others, is thrilled to see the group reunited. They were people who he held very dear, so he was more willing this time than perhaps anyone else to let himself be a sacrifice so that others could get through, because he doesn't like feeling afraid. But he has the capacity of it. Have I missed anyone?
I think you got everyone.
No, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure we got everybody.
Braum. I can't interpret Braum.
Why not?
Well, I can, but
I'm like an open book, a stony book. I mean, do you have any like particular kind of things that you would want to know about?
No, nothing that I wouldn't rather just find out in game naturally, because I think we did a little bit of talking about it last week's session.
Whoa. Yeah, I mean, like, we'll read that in a
I'll read this. Kay's behavior
okay.
changed because what the shared memories everyone else had, in addition to what Braum has generated of responsive/not flashback Kay, created a picture of someone who quickly adjusted and took advantage of whatever new information was available to succeed, and thus changed her actions as soon as she realized the circumstances were different from the original.
Okay.
Because remember that this Kay was a composite of everybody's memories of her instead of just Braum's.
So she's different. I guess the one thing it's not really even an interpretation necessarily, but I think it would be apparent is that in the final moments of like having to sort of make a choice, Braum didn't have time to really struggle, but that he made a choice and he considered going back for others, and specifically for Kyoko. Like, dead or not dead.
The last thing that I will point out about Braum is that this mission ended differently for him in that he rescued no one from Fey death.
Yeah. But sometimes a player and a character take different actions. It's, yeah. Yeah. Oof. Roof.
All right, thank you.
A party is scheduled for the following day, Sunday. It would be a ball. So you are everyone who is now a companion of the Golden Braid will be expected to wear their cloaks,
Of course.
their bracelets, but otherwise it is a ball.
What are the Liam colors?
Blue and silver.
Crosshair. Fashion bunny. Blue and silver, please. Oh, God. Whoa, shit, Erwin.
As a player, I really wish the kid reached back with a rapier and slit Kyoko's throat to save her.
Don't
I
tell the
kicked myself all
others.
Sunday night for that.
Me too.
Feel good. Cold iron.
Oh.
They're dead
Oh.
forever. Soul death.
Yikes.
Yikes, indeed.
All right, so a party the next day.
I suppose I'd better start looking out.
You are each invited to an audience with the Queen before the event. However, your appointment times are different. You are asked, Scott.
Yes.
Braum is asked to arrive at 3 p.m. And Sophia, you were asked to arrive at 4. So you're very deliberately being kept apart.
Oh,
There was a,
I gotta see that dress.
oh boy. With illusion cape. Wow!
Yes, I approve.
Oh boy.
That works. I was gonna ask for a cape, and you read my mind. So there we go.
Well, shit. Well, shit.
I'll remind you that we stopped in a hallway where various people were experiencing various feelings. And you had tried to uplift them and all of that. Zeron had a questioning look. Kyoko was kind of clinging to you. Fala had that conversation with you afterwards where she was like, I guess I'm a knight now. And
Or whatever.
But there you are. 45 minutes into the stream. And now you actually get to take an action.
Hey! I draw my weapon at Sophia. Let's go.
All right.
All right, he's on fire now.
Cast fireball on
I hate what
Braum's
you
nuts.
did.
Oh,
Mine. It spurns more than that time. Never mind.
Tijuana.
Friends, I think we should all rest soon. I would, if I could, like to take a moment to thank each and every one of you. To congratulate us all on what we have managed to accomplish. And of course, because I am Sir Braum Madston ap Gwydion, I think we should take a moment to determine our roles within the Golden Braid.
Claude puts his hands on his thighs very deliberately. Looks up, right? Because he's short.
Yeah.
Do we have to do this now?
No, we do not have to. I felt since we were all together, it might be a good time. But I am sensitive to the fact that we might not be in the right frame of mind as a group.
You think?
Yes, I do. Think.
Maybe a little more time. Like a day.
Fine. That's fine.
It's not as if we can't have the conversation some other time. We'll get the chance. Look, bright and early tomorrow, before we have to present ourselves in front of the court, we'll figure it out, yeah?
Yes. I would like for us to present a united front if we are going to be companions together.
It's not about presenting a united front. It's about us knowing each other. We are united. There isn't a present. But at least we'll know.
You're right.
He gets up, right? He kneeled in front of you, and he gets up, and feels weird. I don't want to sleep, but I don't know what to do with myself.
Perhaps something to take the mind off things. I may go for a run myself.
A run. Yes, I suppose it is time to bring earthquakes back to Terranor. I'll go on a run. If you'll give me a moment, I'll just change.
I would like that very much.
Helena ducks back into her room.
Oh,
Emerges in full Lululemon.
Actually, like, probably.
yeah. I look to Kyoko, who I may have thought was
Kyoko
speaking
is still,
just now, but that's
Kyoko
fine.
is still basically. When do you think that I developed an accent that isn't the one that I have?
No.
When did this happen?
I must have
No,
hit
she's
my
still
head harder
latched
than I
to.
thought.
She's still latched onto Sophia.
Okay.
She's shorter than Sophia, right? So, like, I mean, well, her
got
ears
tucked in.
might be
Oh, that's
make
nice.
her taller, but you know, they're not up. Takes a lot of spray.
Fala, I would like to have a word with you a little later today.
Of course. Perhaps we could do it after your run,
Yes.
if you do not find yourself too out of breath.
I think I'll be all right. Lady Kyoko, do you have a moment?
She undoes herself from Sophia and turns around.
Like towards me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Turns
she's just
around
like-
away
Like
from me.
this
I'm like,
and then
wow. I kind of gesture out of the room into the.
Like into a different room?
Yeah, like maybe whoever's room is closer, I
Okay,
suppose.
she walks into her room.
Oh, great. Okay. I'm gonna follow. Bye.
One by one, the other members of the branch start kind of being like, I guess we're going on a run, or I'm not going on a run, or...
For what it's worth, I was just going to go upstairs and go to the music room and play my harp for a bit
Read a book!
until I start to feel better. If anybody wants to join, you're more than welcome.
Roll me your perception empathy, please.
Okay.
Difficulty here is going to be 8.
Do my specialties apply? Insightful and desires.
Yes.
Desires. Every time.
No successes. It's not a botch, but no successes.
Okay.
That's a big old rip.
That's a big ol' rip.
There's that kind of like non-committal, like, yeah, maybe, that you get from the room,
Oh yeah, that'd be cool again.
but it's not clear.
Understood.
Okay.
It's not more clear than that. Kyoko looks up at you.
How are you feeling?
Discombobulated.
As am I. It's been a bit of a whirlwind.
Are you okay?
No, but I will be.
Why not?
Because
Because I'm wrong. What am I ever okay?
What do you mean? What is that?
I've got flaws on my sheet. Look at them.
So many. I took as many as I could. No, Lady Kyoko, I am not okay because I took actions today. I felt that we were perhaps reliving a memory. That it was not a dream that we were sharing, but that we were somehow separated. Does that make sense? I felt isolated from everyone else.
Would you have made the same decisions if you knew that the rest of us were watching?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. My heart says yes, that I would have made those decisions again. But I don't think that's true. I care for you too much.
I appreciate that in the end, you did what I asked.
Does she? Like, is that a lie? I guess is my question to you.
Okay. What are you doing? Is this a Gwydion, like, did you lie to me, or is this a perception empathy roll?
I think it's a perception empathy roll because...
Cool, difficulty 9.
Yeah, okay, cool, that's fair. Botch it up. Ooh, I only get 5 dice here. Hey!
Why do you only get 5 dice?
But perception empathy.
Oh, okay. It was like, you don't have wound penalties.
No successes.
No successes? Okay, you didn't botch?
No. I know you really wanted me to, I know.
You know, the
Braum's
last time you botched, some pretty horrible shit happened.
We were rediscussing a really solid botch earlier today, actually. Anyway.
Will you listen to me one more time?
Yes.
I need to be left alone. For now. Unless you are not okay.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, I hear you. I'm leaving. You know that you can always call on me.
It won't be for long.
All right. I understand. I was just thinking of that music video for Call on Me. It just popped into my head.
Braum.
Yes, I'm going.
And she turns away.
Okay. Like I'm leaving, but before I'm going, I'm just gonna reach out and see if I can, like, touch her shoulder, just to give it a squeeze. Like, is that okay?
I want you to roll
Grab.
your
Strength
perception
brawl. Yeah.
brawl.
Okay. I have a specialty in grappling.
This is not.
No,
I don't
yeah.
think you're grappling her.
I mean, no, I would rather not. Woo. Woo.
Nicely done.
Woo. Yeah, that's
She does not flinch. She does not lean into your touch.
Yikes.
She's resolute.
Oh, man. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna leave.
Okay.
It's one of those things where I'm like, should I write it on a piece of paper or whatever?
Is there anybody else who you want to try to speak to before your run? Your fun run?
Fun run! Sir Zeron, who also was resolute.
Zeron is still standing in the hallway. He's the only one who hasn't gone back into a room yet.
Mm-hmm.
Have you left by now?
Yeah, I would have left after telling everyone what I was doing.
Excuse me. Friend,
Friend.
how are you feeling?
Like I made the right choices.
Well, that's good.
Agreeing to come here. Agreeing to be here with you. Agreeing to undergo a test. And making the right decisions in that test. I feel pride. I feel relief. Are you writing down my feelings?
Sometimes it helps to keep them written so that I remember them for later. Ah, yes, Sir Zeron. Good to see you again, old friend. I'm very glad to hear that. Your confidence in yourself has always been a beacon to me. Even as I once trained you.
Lenore would have never accepted you unless you could prove it to her. And there was no greater test that she could use.
I think in time I will come to appreciate that this test gave us something, insight that we would never have dreamt of otherwise, into ourselves, into our natures. But for now, I am angry.
At
Not-
who?
I'm feeling anger towards Lady Sophia, but it is not at her, it's at myself. For having to relive this, for having to go through this again, for having to be confronted with choices that I do not want to make. But
We broke a bone. It did not set. And if it takes Lady Sophia to break this bone again, that we might set it correctly, that it may heal, then let her do it 1,000 times.
I agree with that.
Pain, Sir Braum. Pain is temporary. How we feel is another matter. But it's up to us to work at it, to rationalize, to heal. It does not happen automatically. Time merely gives us the opportunity to heal the wounds we have. And it's something that we're all going to have to be better at doing. Perhaps this is the greatest lesson that we've learned. We ran away. And we will not do so again.
I'm rethinking some of my old grudges right about now.
Good. He claps his hands on your shoulders.
You're a true friend, Sir Zeron.
It is in the nature of Gwydion to seek truth, even in friendship. I have healing of my own that I must do. If you'll excuse me.
Of course.
He heads upstairs.
Sir Zeron,
Yes.
I'm sorry. If you have healing to do, you should know that my good friend, the Lady Sophia, is an excellent healer.
I hope so.
All right.
He walks into the music room. Are you playing?
Yeah,
Playing Nab? Or are you,
I'm playing
have you
Nab.
selected a different instrument?
playing Mab.
The harpsichord. Fuck.
He comes in. The invitation was directed towards him, so he does enter. He doesn't knock. He's whisper quiet as he lets the door swing open
Nice.
and swing closed. And he stands with his hands behind his back, just listening. He doesn't seem to have any need to speak. He just wants to listen for now. Could you roll me your... Are you trying something that's technically difficult? Or are you trying something... What are you trying to evoke with your music here?
Feelings of safety, like you're home, this is real.
Charisma performance, then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Episode 238, Atwood Pharma. Okay, take 158, guys. Let's get it right this time.
Hey.
You could absolutely use a neuromancy to train. That's totally a thing. Oh, I think this is one of Kate's hairs.
Aww. 7 successes. Yay.
By the end of it, his eyes are shimmering. He's not openly weeping, but he also doesn't seem like he's trying to like hold it back. He's not doing that like super toxic like, and don't cry, real men. But he's deeply moved.
So Zeron, I will continue playing for as long as it takes. You have been through unspeakable horrors. I saw it, I felt it just as you did. I was the Oneromancer. I know what happened to you. And I will stay here all night long.
Did you feel the joy?
I did.
She's still going while she's playing, but she's still...
But now it's not like
No,
fully into it. You're
no.
just like background music.
Yeah. So I provide my own
Accompanying music?
soundscape.
That's pretty baller, actually. I mean, I like that.
My father used to tell me that nightmares were ways of testing us, of showing us just how bad things could get, but that because we woke up, it meant that we could handle anything. My father was an insurance adjuster.
And a wise man.
He had his moments. His life was about risk, about finding out the risk of others, and putting on an actuarial table just how risky it was to be 14 and in high school in this province with these parents, with this. To him, risk became numbers. Real to him, but numbers nonetheless. What is risk to you?
Doing something ugly in the hopes that something more beautiful will come of it. Cutting down a sick tree so that a healthier one will grow in its stead. It hurts, and you wish that anybody else would take that burden away from you. But ultimately, after time, you realize that it was the right thing to do.
I recognize that the others may not feel this way. They, after all, had different experiences than I did.
They have every right to be angry with me for what I did. And I'm not going to ask their forgiveness. Not yet.
You performed a service to the nation, to your High Queen, and to us. And I recognize that you've given your reasons. I'm simply wondering what drives you to come up here and play afterwards. When you gave us so much, why do you continue to need to give more?
Music is healing. It heals anyone who cares to listen. And that includes me.
May I remain?
Of course. Any requests?
Only that what you play is true.
Mab would be offended at that.
I like your heart motion. It's great.
Mab is just like the harp, so Mab can't emote
Yeah.
except through music at this point.
Nice. There's no like blinking eyes on the harp?
No.
That's good.
No.
Super creepy.
The thing is that when Mab is taking the form of a harp in general, she's just a very well-tuned, very lovely sounding harp. Nicer than any harp that you'd be able to find, unless you found like a super artifact harp or like the harp that belonged to Mozart or whatever, right? However, if Mab's in a pissy mood, it won't sound as good.
Yeah.
Now, to normal people, they might not notice. I guarantee you
Oh yeah, I noticed.
that
Dude, come on.
Mab's feeling, funnily enough, the sounds that are coming out of the harp right now, they're triumphant. After about another 6 minutes, Zeron very briefly steps outside the door, and you can tell that he's still there. And then he comes back in and sits down again on the floor, just listening, his legs crossed underneath him. After another 6 minutes, this time somebody does knock on the door, which flashes very small irritation on Zeron's eyes, as if, like, I should have meant error. The door opens up, and there's a tray that's being carried in by an enchanted mortal.
Oh.
And the mortal just, like, I'm sorry. And he comes in
Sorry.
and places the tray down, and the
Frederick.
tray has it has pots on it and a wooden structure. Zeron nods, mouths, and he's like, sorry, and he opens the door, sorry.
She's
closes
still
it.
playing through the whole thing.
Sorry. Zeron lifts the wooden structure and he turns it around and he places it against the wall, and it's a stretch of canvas. He opens up the pots. He isn't talking to you at all, but there's small paints, and he lifts an acrylic sheet, which he starts to mix the paint on. And he then thinks better of it, and from underneath the pots, he pulls out a drop sheet, which he just places underneath. And he doesn't put it on an easel. He just keeps it leaned against the wall, and while still sitting, he turns away to look at the canvas, and he just starts applying paint while listening to you. Braum.
Yeah, that's cool.
Helena comes out, and if there's any, like, look, here's the thing about Lululemon clothing.
Yes.
Okay.
Hot take, folks, coming at you.
Lululemon clothing is designed to be comfortable to wear.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really designed to be all that durable, right? Like, I think we've all seen some Lululemon clothing that just
I
like...
mean, my pants lasted a pretty long
Like,
time.
I mean, more like they're not specifically designed for durability, but they're well made.
Yeah, it's not designed for like free soloing or anything.
Yeah.
Free solo now in theaters.
Did you see that?
No, but I think I have to.
It's very
It
good.
looks incredible.
It's very good.
I'm gonna have some pretty severe
Yeah.
I don't...
horizontal go.
I'm not sure you will.
Okay, oh cool, okay, I'm down.
The thing is that also Lululemon clothing is designed to make you look good, right? They're tailored specifically so that they're like, check you out. And this is true for Lululemon clothing for women. There are some, they have a men's label, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like a specific thing. I don't remember exactly what it's called. I don't know.
Lululemon. No, it's not.
That was great. That was great.
But when Helena comes out,
Amen.
when Helena comes out, she looks...
Oh yeah, 'cause she's appearance 6. Watch yourself, Braum.
Yeah. When she comes out, she looks like she could take on a triathlon without breaking a sweat.
I've got my dad bod. Like,
Just like super fucking like ready to go. And you can tell now that she's wearing this instead of wearing the clothing that she normally does, that she is fucking ripped.
yes! Awesome.
Very well defined like musculature. She's just like, she are normally very willowy, right? That's what they do. And she gives that impression very much when she is dressed as she normally does. But here,
Da-na-na-na.
the power inherent in her is obvious. And she looks up at you. Where are we going to run? Do we have a destination?
I don't know the geography around Taranar, but like the river? Can someone, God damn it, God damn it! God damn it, Kate.
I'm sorry, Catherine, no, there's no possibility. My name starts with an H.
How about KH? That's kind of silent.
Oh, yes. I can do
Helen.
Khalisi.
I see. To the east of here, the riverbank, there's a bridge that crosses it, and then it runs back down south.
We're not taking the bridge. We're going to swim.
Should have taken swimming.
Let's go.
Son of a bitch.
But I'm very good
All
at
right.
climbing weight.
And then you see, just wait a second, and Claude comes out, and he's got
Oh boy.
like baggy sweatpants
Yay. Hey, that's how I work out, man.
and a shirt, and he has little wristbands on.
Aww.
And Helena looks down, and there's this twinge of a smile on her face.
Bye, Kate.
Are we ready?
We are.
Excellent. And then she springs out.
Oh, fuck, shit. All right.
Now, you have a dex athletics of
Yeah.
what?
8, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you run very quickly. So does she. She's definitely not faster than you are. Claude is working a bit harder than the two of you.
Shorter, too, right? It's
Yeah,
not really
he's-
super
he's
fair.
wee. I mean, you have a lot of bulk to haul around, but his little legs just don't have the same kind of stride. And I sympathize with him, as my legs are short. But he keeps up, and as you run out, you can see that you're being followed by a few birds that have come up, and they're just sort of gliding along beside you. One of them is a bird of paradise, definitely not native to the upper New York State region. The other one is a toucan,
Toucan.
and they're just following along beside you.
I definitely give Helena like a questioning glance, as in like, did you bring these guys?
Are you not accustomed to having fans?
Not like this, no.
It's been some time for you, hasn't it?
There was a long stretch of time when people would tell me that they remembered feats that I didn't. So, yes.
You develop a certain reputation. Thankfully, that reputation mostly comes from your name. It still remains difficult to capture the image of the Fae. Magic motion boxes are just simply not present in most of our lives. But they remember your deeds. They remember the stories. The troubadours as they crisscross the nation.
What songs do they sing of you, Lady Helena?
It has been some time since they've been able to sing songs of me.
What songs will they sing of you then?
Interesting question. I'll have to decide whether or not I'm going to remain here.
Do you have somewhere in mind? We would very gladly house you at the Spark.
Yes. Spark. Freehold designed to be the greatest workshop in the Eastern Seaboard, and for some reason, a home for wayward Red Branch Knights.
It's a strange coincidence, maybe.
Are you certain?
No. I'm very much not certain. I'm wrong. No, do you have somewhere that you are planning to travel?
Look, you could come, it's fine, but at the same time, you just have to understand we've got a lot of goddamn knights.
Is that a problem, Claude?
Yes. Is it because you are so tall, the blood doesn't reach your brain quite as fresh as it does for the rest of us, or what?
Something like that, yes. I'm feeling generous today, Claude.
Can we stop here for a second? And the river is nearing.
Of course, yes. Lady Helena, please.
We all survived. In this thing. And look, there's going to be pain. I get it. I understand. You did the right thing. You just have to be able to tell yourself that in the future, you know you will be able to do the right thing.
I believe that to be true.
Then you have done nothing wrong.
I'm not someone who enjoys inflicting suffering upon others. Not that you are, but those Cathane exist. I am not one of them. That is all.
None of us are. None of us are. That's why we joined. That's why we joined again. We do not enjoy seeing suffering. Otherwise, we would be the very thing we were supposed to take down. But we're not.
I think the golden braid is beautiful.
You didn't know that Lenore's a weaver?
I think Braum knew that she was like a crafter of things, but I guess he was imagining more like an
Her
armor
chosen
smith or
craft
whatever.
is weaving.
Oh, so I would know that for sure then.
Yes, you
okay,
would
okay,
know.
okay. Yes. No, I did. She blessed us with this, and it is a blessing. That's all.
Yes. Have you figured out what you're going to tell Mac?
About what?
He just smiles and starts running again, and that's when Helena says, "Oh, the river, excellent." And she just leaps up and jackknifes her way into the water.
Damn it.
It doesn't make a sound.
She's pretty cool.
Can I take a hashtag half a second as I jump into the water as well?
Zeron stops painting after about 45 minutes, assuming that you play that long.
Yeah, she'll keep playing.
Hours, man.
Hours, man.
He stops and he lets the canvas rest to one side. So you can finally see it, if you choose to look.
May I see it?
He takes it and he stands and he walks over, and it is not abstract, but it is not realism. It's almost surrealism. What he's painted is a tree, and the tree has roots that have dug down incredibly deep. So like half the canvas is just the roots that have dug down into the earth, and the roots have pits and scars on them. They've pushed boulders out of the way. They have all reached down as close as they can so that they reach the very bottom of the canvas, which is just a brilliant blue of water. And above the tree is flourishing, but its leaves have shifted from green to gold. But the sky behind it is streaked with blue.
This is beautiful, Saron. I didn't know you were a painter. Did I know he was a painter?
No.
No.
Well, unless you guessed.
Somebody made us a bunch of paintings for Yule once. Was that Saron or was that someone else?
I don't remember.
I will also jump in on that.
Did you list the presents on the...
I really doubt it. I really doubt it.
Oh,
The,
boy.
fir- the
I
very
bet the
first,
crosshair will check.
Yeah, the
because
very
that's what he
first
does.
Yule we were very specific, and then the second Yule it was like, the gifts. No, I don't. I really don't. think that-
Saron, yes!
Oh, fuck
Painting of the Montreal skyline at night. So yes.
Oh, okay.
He did
So I
say that.
That's cool.
retract that statement.
Fuck,
No, that's fun.
I really did.
Nice find in your book, by
I
the
really
way.
did figure this out in advance.
Well done, John. Shit, man. I knew you were a fine painter, but you've truly outdone yourself.
It is something that I do not share as much as perhaps I should.
Should has nothing to do with it. What do you want to do?
This form of expression is mine. And as much as I understand the need to be a figure at times in public,
You need something that's just for you.
not just for me, but for the ones who I wish to give it to. I do not want others to know of the paintings that they are mine, because I do not wish for them to covet them because they are mine. I suppose that's the difference between using a nom de plume. The idea that you would like to be able to make it on your own merits, as opposed to a name that you already have.
I think that's a beautiful, noble gesture, though. Putting art and beauty out into the world simply because it should be there, not because you desire recognition from it, or fame or acclaim.
All right, so this is going to be an interesting roll.
There we go.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, Fiona thing?
The witch side.
Does the Fiona get a thing?
No,
Aw.
no, this doesn't have to
He's been the Dantain all along.
Oh, shit.
He lights the painting on fire.
Now we watch it burn. Oh my god. Ooh.
Well, you sure had me, fool.
All right.
Hey. I do remember the gifts, Aragorn, from Sister.
Tin whistle. I forgot about that.
And then second Yule, you got like a suit-ass shower installed in your suite
Yeah.
or in your penthouse.
None of them ever used
I want
their
you to roll
gifts.
You know what,
perception and
Eric?
kenning, difficulty 8.
Ooh, ooh. Does this have anything to do with cantrips?
No.
All right.
insightful?
Yes.
I don't want to botch, but I don't want to spend my willpower, so just don't botch. How about that?
I don't want to botch, but I don't want to put something on fire, so just don't botch.
Okay.
Just don't
all right.
botch.
So you
Just
are
don't
out.
botch.
6 successes.
Wah!
Yep.
Yeesh.
Hooray.
Oh. Oh.
Ew. Contested. Ew.
Really contested.
Not necessarily contested.
You're like, I'm gonna reach you. He's like, I'm gonna reach you. That'd be very fair. You say the word contested.
Zaron takes a deep breath, and he uses his fingertips, and he swirls them in the tree just a little bit, just enough to muddy a few of the inks, to change the meaning of the painting slightly.
Ooh. Sorry.
And the glamour bursts from him. You successfully mused him.
Hey, sweet. Oh,
Do you have an imbalance?
yeah, I do have an imbalance.
You can use this to clear your imbalance.
I will do that. And is there, what's my thing? What's my thing?
What?
Hold on.
What are you yelling about?
Would you say this is revelry, right? We've already done that.
What do you mean?
So my autumn she
This is
revelry
not-
condition, leaders in oh no.
This isn't revelry. You literally, what you've done is you've mused.
Perfect.
So it's a different kind. So you
Gosh.
haven't used your revelry yet.
You still have access to that later in the story.
Cool beans. Thank you.
I should point out that doing this for another changeling is very rare. Normally, that would be known as rapture. That's the path of self-inspiration. But
You muse yourself essentially as a
you
changeling.
muse
use
yourself.
myself.
Yeah, you muse yourself. But in general, changelings don't make a habit of using other changelings because that's sort of like they're the ones who need glamour, so they're not also the ones who create it. But in this case, it just happened.
I swear this never happened.
Duh.
Glamored all over my painting.
Gross.
And his hands grip the painting just a little bit tighter when he realizes that this is happening. And his breathing quickens, and then he consciously just lets it loose and just sighs through it.
That's actually pretty hot.
I don't know how many of your companions understand what you went through in the dream. I won't tell them. That's for you to reveal or not. But I hope they realize how lucky they are to have you with them. I think they do.
They will know that their sacrifice was made for a good reason. And they will know that I was willing, just as I believe they all were. The specifics are not important. The feeling of death or chill, they're not important. The
Easier said than done.
the knowledge that it was done to help others. Those are the roots.
She's gonna reach her hand onto his hand if it's still holding the painting. I don't know if it is.
Well, he's got both of his hands on the painting, and one of them, his left hand, is gripping it just like, oh, this is something special. So, in fact, it's not like he's gripping it tighter, I guess. It's more that he's, like, instead of it being like, oh yeah, I have a thing, now it's more like, I'm just being a bit more careful with it than I once was. So, but if you reach your hand over to his hand, it's easily pulled away. if that's what you're trying to do.
No, she doesn't want to like touch the painting directly, so she's gonna put her hand on his hand where it holds the painting. And put her hand on the side of his face.
He turns away from the painting and looks into your eyes.
She's gonna lean in to kiss him.
No, I need to make a roll.
Of course.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Troll rage. I have also made.
What? What the fuck is that?
This drink. What the fuck is? Oh.
You know, how could you have figured something out?
He kisses back. He kisses back, and then for a moment, his hand just pulls away from the painting a little bit, and it just curls around yours. Not in like a sort of fashion, but he interlaces his fingers, and you can feel that his hand is warmer than it was just like a moment ago. And when he pulls back, I don't know whether you're intending on being like, oh no, this kiss is going for like an hour.
Here we go.
As long as it takes. What?
To do what?
I don't know.
Yeah, like what's the goal?
I said as long as it takes.
Okay.
He looks like he has something that he has to say about it, but then he thinks better of it, and instead he just kisses you again.
Nice. She'll let that go. She'll file that away for later.
All right, well, speaking of later, we'll let that happen.
Making out in the music room. It's high school all over again.
Oh,
Yeah.
I also made out in the music room.
Did you?
Yeah, like once or twice.
Did you?
Not in the music room, actually. No, I lied.
In the drama room.
Okay, maybe.
Because
It was
that's
gross,
smelly.
though. It smelled like feet.
It would be really bad down there, yeah.
High school's feet.
I
Disgusting.
never made out in high school.
Well,
I didn't kiss somebody until I was 17.
And I was 17.
It was a very good year. It was a very good year, but the kiss wasn't.
see you guys later.
It was kind of lame.
Sophia will remember this. Actually, I should write that down or I am going to forget.
Buddy bonking.
By
No.
the time you get back from your run, there's a Gwydion standing outside the dorm. You don't know him very well, but he's been around. You know that he spends most of his time in Terranor.
Okay.
His name is Lewin,
Okay.
Lewyn. An autumn she.
Lewin?
Lewin.
Awesome. Greetings.
He's called for you again.
I see.
He wants to see you before the celebration tomorrow.
All right.
I should point out that this isn't an order. Just that he's expressed an interest and wanted to make sure that that was coming back to you.
I would never refuse a request.
Maybe you should.
Did you get a sense of what it might be?
He
Lewin?
inclines his head and he starts walking away from Helena and
Yeah.
Claude.
That's true, right? That's a little like shitty. All right.
Helena has this like, and then Claude is just like,
Don't do it.
"Dude," takes her back inside. True to the word, by the way, she looks as pristine as when she left. Claude is like dripping with water and sweat.
I'm like somewhere in between probably. I feel like Braum has like the sweat here, you know?
The butt sweat.
I was leaving something to the imagination. Yes.
I don't know what happened to you. I don't. I don't know what happened between you and Elenian. And the High Lord definitely has it out for you, and I don't know why. That's your privilege and your right. But right now the eyes are on you, and therefore on our house. If Elenian decides to be stupid, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to suffer for it. Do you understand?
I do. I understand. Sir Lewin? Like, he's an A, right? Yeah. Some fucking squire.
He just backhanded him like,
Shut up!
how dare you
God.
speak to me like that?
He's like, I'm a duke now. What?
Duke?
Sir Lewin, it's true that, well, maybe call me old-fashioned. I think the one who speaks for our house should embody all of the best traits of it. And if he does not,
Careful. You're speaking very close to something akin to...
no.
know what?
Gently.
Just gently.
This is not what you think. I am not a political mastermind. There are no machinations behind the scenes.
Lord Elenian would let us believe that there are no machinations in Gwydion at all. That we all know our place and are happy with it. And he is, if he is going to say such a thing, a liar. You know this. I know this. And I deliver this message to you because I believe that you'll do the right thing, whatever that may be. He is not well.
I meant to ask you, Sir Lewin, you may have a bit more insight into this than I. He seems to be plagued with something akin to what plagued High King David. At least what, anyway.
And then there's this look of like wide-eyed, like,
Gasp.
Do you know what has happened to him?
I believe that we've entered a realm of conversation that I'm no longer comfortable with, Sir Braum.
I appreciate your honesty. I would never want to make you uncomfortable.
It's not what you said to Kyoko.
Who the fuck are you? Whap! Let's go, bro. I just ran 3 miles and I'm ready to kick your ass.
Just can't feel
I've
my
got
legs.
2 sons and a dad, but I don't know, okay.
What's your stamina?
5? It's 5.
If your stamina was 5,
Oh, then
3
you're
miles
fine.
would do nothing to you.
I know.
That's like a warm-up.
But what about my weak knees? There's no attribute in joints.
Look,
be.
I'm very tall. I have to look after these joints. They're the moneymakers.
Those
about these elbows,
racket balls
baby?
ain't gonna hit themselves. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
There's a burst of glamour.
Like from him?
Coming from
Oh,
behind
okay.
you in the dorm.
I look behind and what? Like, I mean,
You
I can't
say anything.
right, that's fair. Thank you. I will be seeing him.
And he walks away.
And I head back inside as well. I'm looking for, well, I'm looking for Lady Sophia, I guess. I'm looking for Helena and Claude.
No, you're looking for Lady Sophia.
Yeah, apparently you're looking
I'm
for
comfortable with
Sophia.
this.
All right, that's fair. Yeah, let's have this conversation. Sure, let's go.
Oh, I wonder where that glamour came from. Better go hunt down
Your
the
kenning
source.
is what?
4?
Yeah. It's hard to detect a burst of glamour, but you did.
That's good.
Because you have that kenning 4, which other members of the Golden Braid may not have.
It's true.
So there you are.
So I'm going to investigate just in case it's something dangerous or whatever, you know. Pretty intense.
Does Sophia like having a hand in her hair? Or is her hair one of those that's like, just don't fucking touch it?
No, she's okay with it because it's been a long day, so this is towards the end of the day, so her hair isn't pristine, and she's not on her way to like a gala.
You
so
have
it's
appearance
like,
6. Your
I
hair
do.
is always pristine.
It's true, but she hasn't spent excessive amounts of time making it just so. So she's okay.
So when you reach the music room has frosted glass on the door.
Mm-hmm.
We need a different music for this, I think.
Boom, 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 boom.
Jesus Christ.
But when you see it, you see that there's shadows that are playing against each other in the door. Movement, but no sound.
Again, like, I'm not overly suspicious. It's Terranar. People are probably doing shit all the time. But, like, I'm going to try to press my ear to the door to see if I can listen through it. I'm serious. I'm totally serious. It's not even a joke.
And that's when
Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. No,
Can
okay.
you roll one die for me? Let's just see how this goes. Okay. I know what I rolled.
Yeah,
What'd you get?
I rolled a 10.
Okay, well that's good.
Is it?
Yep,
Okay.
good for me.
Yeah.
You hear the sound of bodies thumping against the wall, just like once, like a...
That's really difficult to interpret.
But the shadows are no longer in front of the door.
Against my better judgment, I'd like to try to sneak into the room.
Oh,
When you open the door,
Yeah.
it's the greatest moment of my life.
you can see Sophia's back, and there is a hand that is sort of trailing in her hair. She has someone backed up against a wall.
I think I go,
It's reasonably passionate, I assume.
And they're both appearance 6, so
They're
your
both appearance
eyes are
6. It's like
I am.
burned out of your socket right now.
So, okay. My intention is to leave the room as quietly and as quickly as I possibly can.
Please
However,
make him roll.
What we're going to do, what we're going to do
I
here,
cannot fucking wait.
is we're going to roll your...
Can't wait.
Sorry, can I see your sheet for a second?
Yes, you can. Do I have a +1 difficulty to stealth rolls? You bet I do.
And you're made of stone. Like, you
What
leave a
we're-
little trail of
What
rock.
we're going to do is we're going to roll your charisma stealth.
Oh, okay.
And,
Cool.
oh my god! We're going to roll your charisma stealth. What is your perception alertness?
7.
Okay, so you're going to roll your charisma stealth. You're going to roll your perception alertness. However, I do have one question for the two of you. First, Braum,
Yeah. I like
have you ever seen Sophia engaged in an act of romance or sex or whatever before?
No. I am.
True, you have not.
I am
You have never
a
seen
human male. Like, I'm well aware that people
Cool.
have sex, but no.
Your difficulty's 8.
It sure is.
How into Zeron are you at the moment?
She's pretty into him.
Your difficulty is also 8.
Yes! Oh, guys. No, I'm not spending a
why
point of
we
willpower.
play.
No, fuck this.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is why we play.
Yeah, this is just Fuckfest 2019. Anyway, let's see.
Oh, you did better than I did, boy.
What'd
No,
you
I
get?
didn't. I got 1 success.
Oh, I
Success?
also got 1 success.
Okay, here's Zeron's roll.
I can't wait. Oh!
Oh, someone's involved in something else, I see.
So Zeron botched
Yay!
because his difficulty was also
He
8.
sneezes on you, I guess? I don't know.
Oh my god, why?
Oh my god, why?
So you rolled 1 success. You rolled 1 success. So Sophia,
yeah.
you hear the following. Give me a little gasp again. So you definitely, there's someone else in the room, and they just made a gasp. And that's the point that Zeron just very, very delicately starts to move his hands elsewhere.
I think my gasp also goes up a level. And then mine goes. We're having a good time here.
Fucking A.
Welcome back to Changeling the Streaming, folks. Yep.
So the thing is, you don't know who it is, and you could turn your head to look, but...
Okay, wait. Can
I should point out that when I say that he's putting his hands elsewhere, it's not like he's like directly addressing you or anything.
Oh, okay.
It's just he's more like he's upping the ante
Okay.
as it is.
Fair enough. Can she flip him around so that she can see at the door?
So as in putting your back against the wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He interprets this differently.
Fair
he
enough.
does not notice that there's someone else in the room.
This is fine.
And he presses you against the wall in a, I wouldn't call it violent fashion, but definitely an inflamed fashion. And you now see, you can describe your expression at this point in time.
I think, well, look, it's Braum. Again, he's not a teenager, you know what I mean? He understands what's going on, but I think it's just incredibly surprised because he wouldn't have sort of...
Sorry, go ahead.
He wouldn't have sort of, seen you that way. So I think you see a large troll trying to back out of the room, and he's just looking like this as he goes.
Wait, make that face again. Thank you.
Okay.
That's all I needed.
Okay.
Do you make any attempt to change anything here?
No, it's okay. It's Braum. He's leaving.
Am I offended?
Should
I be offended by that? I think I should be offended.
If it was
So you're
Lenore,
Yeah.
you've been to my Beltane parties.
Yes, and I don't approve.
There's a whispered suggestion in your ear just as you see Braum, are you assuming you're not doing this quickly? Are you still trying to be stealthy about this? Or
If we've locked eyes, then
you've definitely locked eyes.
So then there's a brief pause, and then I go.
Not only have you locked eyes, there may have been a small lip tug at the base of her ear as this was happening.
This is so weird. No, so I'm leaving now. Yes.
So you're just leaving and
Do you trip over your feet as you leave?
No, I don't think so.
And then just before the door closes, you hear elsewhere.
Yep. Good idea. Someone
And
with a lock.
he takes one step back. He disentangles himself.
Now when he kisses Zeron, it'll be like he's
He
kissing.
disentangles himself. Good. And he first of all, when he looks at you, he is taking 1.5 seconds. But then, as you start heading down, away from it, do you are you hey, let's just wait here a moment, or are you okay, let's go somewhere else now?
I'm gone.
Are you giving Braum the chance to escape?
I'm giving Braum the chance to escape.
That's
yes.
nice.
More so for Zeron than for Braum, because I feel like he would think it's more awkward than Braum's already seen it.
I've already seen everything.
You realize also, Braum, as you start leaving, that Zeron has inadvertently kicked over one of the paint pots, and you are now tracking one boot.
God
of
damn it.
paint.
Son of a bitch. I remove that boot and carry it in my hands, so now I have one boot on and paint on my hands.
What are you doing?
That's a very big question, my lord.
What are you doing?
I tracked some paint on my boot.
While you were out on a run?
No, since then.
Well, from upstairs?
Yes. There was some paint. I stepped in it. It could happen to anyone.
All right. I'll help clean it up.
No, that's...
And he... what?
I believe that room is occupied.
Occupied? What do you mean?
Can I buy you a drink?
There's
Lord
paint on the
McAllister.
floor. You're wearing half a boot.
I will contact someone, or we can go back in a few moments. Lord McAllister, there's love in the air. Let me buy you a drink. Why did I say those two things together?
Kyoko, whose face has just peeked out from outside the door, just slowly closes it again.
Why did I say those two things together?
That's it. I'm done.
You realize my name is McAllister, which means that I'm son of Callister.
Oh no. Get as far away from me as you can. Ye, that Scottish man.
This is the best.
Ah, Shiny Mewy, the best day of my life.
Shiny Miri, you could not have chosen better time.
Right, let's go on a drink. Get another boot on.
All right.
Do you have another change of clothes, or should I order some?
No, I have shoes.
Right.
I'll just be a moment.
You realize beauty doesn't mean what it used to.
What?
Beauty doesn't mean what it used to.
What do you mean?
It's what I was going to tell you.
Oh. What did it used to mean?
I thought it was something for everyone to appreciate. I didn't realize that it was for everyone to live from.
Sophia has no response. Sophia has other things on her mind
Oh.
now. So Sophia's going to take his hand and
Oh.
leave the door first, and he's going to kind of check
stays
us.
quiet. The instant that you take his hand, he's just like, I'm gonna shut up.
That's
Like-
a good time.
There's one blue boot track heading down the
Oh
hall.
my god.
And then it ends abruptly. It just disappears from the floor.
So she's going to take him the opposite direction. Away from the blue boot.
He looks around and he opens one of the doors, and it's a dormitory that isn't occupied.
Oh, nice.
I won't tell if you won't.
Locks the door securely.
Haha, you
Drags
think that
the
can
bunk
keep
up
me
again.
out?
I'm a troll!
Smash!
Oh,
What the fuck?
Jesus. Love is in the air. Let me buy you a drink.
I didn't know you felt that way about me. I didn't either. There you go.
Kate's gonna be so angry. She's
You're gonna be so
So,
mad.
do you have another imbalanced?
No, that's it.
Okay, so you can choose not to engage in revelry at this time. You technically you could qualify for it now, but I don't think you have any glamour to refill.
No,
And do you have any banality to get rid of?
nope.
So just don't.
I'm
Wow.
sitting pretty.
Just don't.
All right.
You can feel the edges of it coming around, and you're just like,
Welcome around. Yeah. Push that aside.
so tell me, love is in the air, eh?
I'm sorry, I just didn't. I saw some people having a good time, and I didn't want them to be interrupted again.
It's not Helena finally telling Zeron how she feels about him, eh?
What do you mean?
Helen has always sort of had a crush on Zeron. I thought it was sort of common. I see a lot of women and a lot of men having crushes on Zeron.
I can see that. He is a very attractive man.
The man attracts fame like flies.
Hmm.
And he's not a bad looker to boot.
Right, yes, fame like flies. That's what I meant as well, yes.
But I take it by your surprise that it wasn't.
No.
The Gwydion thing to do would not be gossiping. Gossiping
Are you all
about
right?
this, eh?
It would be.
And at the same time, there are friends. It's important for us to know about how things are going with our friends.
Several times over the last few weeks, the man of the hour, Sir Zeron, has mentioned to me the beauty of and the talents of Lady Sophia. I thought perhaps he meant figuratively or...
There's just this moment where like it looks like McAllister has like brain is rebooting slightly.
Yeah.
It's the fucking shining host, eh? I don't even want to know what it was like for you to see such a thing. Would have fried me brain.
Thankfully, there's not much left to fry. 2 more, please. I probably shouldn't be having this much.
Your,
No, we're fine,
your
fine.
friend and your oath mate.
In a way, I am happy for them. Sir Zeron has been through much, and I believe it is good for him to be with someone that he does not perhaps know to be his one true love, you know. Or perhaps they are. I'm making assumptions.
It's not about true love. It's about the love you need right now. It's a lesson I could never teach Claude.
What do you mean?
After his wife, he's sort of given up on all that. As if he doesn't deserve to have love again.
I know someone else like that too.
Who?
Oh, you don't know. Like, I'm not gonna. One of the other. Was that wasn't directed at me, was it?
No,
Okay.
I was just
You're like.
thinking.
Okay, yeah, okay.
You do what you want. I'm not here. I'm elsewhere.
One of the other denizens of the Spark.
Don't know if you're coming or going.
One of the other denizens of the Spark. I don't believe the two of you have met.
No, I'm afraid I haven't been to the Spark except for that one time. Was it the Red Cap? She seemed out of sorts.
I think so, yes. It makes me sad, but I also understand that the pain of a lost relationship, it doesn't heal on its own, does it?
You know, you might be somebody who she could actually learn a lot from.
I have tried. Lord McAllister.
You've got to be honest with her, because you've experienced loss. We all have. We all loved Kay, Celion. There are others before you even came around. The point is that your heart is a home. And instead of you evicting someone from a room and then filling it with someone else, the trick is that, sure, the room is always going to be there, but you build an extension for someone else. You don't have to replace the one that's gone, and you don't have to regret that it happened. You have to let yourself grow so that you can bring your heart to someone else. Or 2 or 3, I guess. 7.
7.
I'm not that old.
How can you help someone grow if they won't listen to you? How can you help them see this?
Do you love Kay?
Of course I did.
Do you love Kyoko?
Of course I do.
Could you have loved them at the same time?
I don't know.
Perhaps you could. Perhaps you couldn't. But the trick is that you do it now. You love Kay. Whether or not she's here. Whether or not she's gone. But you love Kyoko now. You got to tell her that. You got to make her know your pain so that you can make her know that you understand hers. Now, I don't know what a red cap has to do with hearts, other than eating them. But they're living, breathing creatures just like the rest of us. And I know that a red cap can feel love. We all can. So you teach her that she needs to make her heart bigger instead of trying to patch the hole that's already there.
You are a wise man.
You know, every once in a while people tell me that, but I think it's just the alcohol.
Makes me feel wise too.
You did something great, Braum. I'm forever in your debt. Just like you're forever in mine.
Yes.
But at least that's how it should be. I'm sorry that I treated you bad.
When?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We'll just take this one.
Yeah, hey guys.
Yeah. You all right, buddy?
Take a step away if you need to, John.
So we quickly cut to like a please stand by technical difficulties. It's just John like, whoa.
Oh no.
You all right, buddy? Yeah, he's just, okay.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
Wow. No, not again, damn it, not again. I can't lose another one.
Survive.
I start hitting his chest like everyone does in every medical drama or whatever.
I tried to speak while I was drinking.
Oh, that's shitty, dude.
Yeah, it just went down the wrong hole.
I saw that you were drinking, and I only asked a one-word question. Like, come on, I could have helped you out there. I'll never
Take your
answer
time,
you.
John. Take
What
your
were we
time.
talking about just before I decided to make a really dumb mistake?
No, you said I'm sorry for mistreating you, and I said when? When
Oh,
did you
right.
mistreat me? Oh, right.
I'll never answer.
Oh no. Clean up on aisle 3.
When we fought in the office, and all the other times that we've disagreed, and for when I blamed you for the deaths of Cillian and Kay. It wasn't fair. It was a moment of anger, and it wasn't true. It was wrong of me as a Gwydion, it was wrong of me as a friend, as a commanding officer. I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it.
Lord McAllister, the world is not fair. The world is not true. We can only try to bring as much of it to the world as we can. And you have.
Another. We'll drink to that.
And for what it's worth, I'm the one who should be apologizing for that time in your office. Ay, ay, ay.
Chalk it up to stupidity.
I always do.
Toxic masculinity.
Sorry.
Yes, the friends. Old and new. Here and gone.
Slancha.
Fuck does that mean?
It's like a cheers.
Yeah, no, but like, never mind. He just drinks it.
Me too.
So, we are at a point where either one of you can decide that you want something else that you want to do, or you can continue seeing through what you have now. McAllister, Zeron, Kyoko. Someone who isn't Zeron.
I'm gonna.
Do you have any?
I'm consciously deciding to see Elenian after.
The celebration, or after?
No, after my meeting with.
Okay.
Wow, the queen.
We're gonna sleep, and then the meetings and the celebration are the next day.
I think the meetings are to. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, the meetings are the
because the
following
trial took the whole day, basically, right?
So then,
Okay.
Kyoko, celebrations, meetings, Elenian. Or whatever.
And you?
So I'm down for sleeping and starting the next day's events.
Do you sleep alone?
She used her 50-50.
That's a tough one. So they
Yes, no,
they have the sex.
Oh, yeah, you can mark
in
that
the
sex
dorm.
speed down.
Oh, okay, good, excellent.
Nice. Do I get like a half of?
What? No.
Well, I got one.
I mean,
nothing
if you
for
if you
watching.
decide to walk in on them again and you're like, Geronimo, like then yeah, but
No.
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 I'm kidding.
If they go for it again, if they go for round 2 in her room, then yes. But
And she invites him
not,
to stay?
No, no cuddling. Like no, if you don't want to be alone tonight, things like.
no, it's more like. So
that.
okay, actually no,
I didn't mean it like
because this is actually important. Is it literally just you being like, yeah, you're good, so like I guess you don't have to go anywhere tonight, but
No.
don't fucking touch me.
No.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
It's just like she wouldn't invite him back to her room just to sleep.
Okay.
That's I guess what I would say.
No, he goes back to your room so that he can.
Boink a boink.
Yeah,
And then through the natural progression of things, he stays.
Yeah, he's quite enthusiastic as long as you are also enthusiastic.
Yes.
Then
That's what I
he
like to
ends
hear.
up spending the night in your room.
Do I get another sex pee?
Yes, you do.
Bam! All right, and they do it 3 more times.
No,
before
she has
morning.
surpassed me.
I have to catch up to Patches. What are you at?
7 is what I have here.
Yes!
What are you up to?
8.
Fuck. Or perhaps I should.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you really want to engender like a feeling of healthy competition among your players,
Something that has no intrinsic value other than bragging
oh,
rights.
it has value.
All right. Welcome to the circus of value.
Kyoko, then?
Yeah, I'd like to arrange something. No, yeah. I would like to arrange dinner to be sent to her room so that we can have dinner together.
Okay.
Okay.
Does anyone need more water while this scene's going on?
Also, yes.
Yeah, because I really want to die. You know what?
Most of that water ended up in your lungs, so like.
You know, in case this happens again, yeah.
I would like some too, thank you.
Whoever gets most XP wins the final word playa of the game.
Playa of the game.
Playa of the game.
Nice.
You don't have to fill that all the way, by the way. Okay, so how are you arranging dinner? Are you just like asking for somebody to bring it to you, or are you making it yourself somehow, or are you communicating your desire for this to her, or what?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so what I would like to do is essentially arrange with the kitchen to prepare a dinner for 2, a couple courses, and some wine. I am part of the Companions of the Golden Braid now, you know, so, oh, fuck you. I would, before I pull the trigger on it, so to speak, I'd like to go to Kyoko to talk to her about this, yes.
So her door's closed.
Okay, so I knock on it.
Who is it?
It's me.
The door opens up. And Kyoko's standing there, and she is no longer dressed in her courtly garb. She is reverted back to jeans and yoga pants. Not jeans and yoga pants. That makes less sense.
Which is on top? I'm confused.
No, she's wearing jean shorts over leggings and a very, very baggy t-shirt. But it's just straight green.
Right. Okay. That sounds about right. I realize I have been remiss in not saying some things to you. I would like to be able to speak with you, and I hope that you would join me for dinner.
All right.
I'd like to take it privately, so you can feel free to come as you are, if that suits you.
Okay.
All right. I'll meet you on the roof in a few moments.
Okay.
So I leave and allow her to close the door.
So, what did you ask for dinner?
So, God, I guarantee that there's going to be some problems. I asked for like a relatively simple meal. That's racist. It's true. I thought you liked these things, salads and such. God damn it! I'm trying here.
What is it?
Yes,
what's
sorry,
for dinner?
yes. Yeah.
Just simply. What's for
Yeah,
dinner?
no, very much.
We already know there's wine.
Yeah, that's true. There's like a garden soup or like a vegetable soup of some
Sure.
kind, followed by, I think, I was thinking sort of seafood, food from the sea.
Okay.
Perhaps scallops.
All right. So she goes up to the roof. She's changed her shirt. She's now, she doesn't change her shirt, but she's now wearing a hoodie on top of it. The hoodie has a falcon crest on the back. So it's very much like a Gwydion-inspired hoodie.
Nice.
Probably not regulation. Doesn't need to be.
Mm-hmm. I just thought it might be nice for us to spend just some time here.
You said that you had some things to tell me.
Yes, I do. I swore an oath with you, and I want to make sure that you know that I mean it.
Of course you mean it. How could you not mean it? We would know.
Lady Kyoko, I love you, and I want you to know that from the bottom of my heart.
Shut up. I want you to tell me something I don't know.
For about the first 8 or 9 years of my life, I was convinced that if I could chase after a school bus and catch it, that the children on board would not have to go to school. My friends dared me to try to catch the school bus every day. Do you believe me?
Does she believe you? She rolled like 8 successes.
Yeah, that's fair. She shouldn't know I'm exaggerating.
I want you to tell me something that I don't know that's important and relevant to what we're discussing here.
Okay, that's fair. Fine, something you don't know about me. I thought that after I lost Kay, that I wouldn't love again. Or that I would, but not in the same way. That it would never be the same. And I have found that to be not true.
Are you lying?
I think my statement was, it's not true.
Your statement was
please,
literally,
yeah.
I believed that I would never love in the same way. It turns out that I can.
Mm-hmm.
Are you lying?
No, that's true.
Or at least it's true as far as Braum believes.
Yeah, that's more important.
I want you to look me in the eyes and say that you'd do it again. I want to know that if it ever happened again, that you would do it again, that you would leave me. That you would leave me behind. Because I would for you. I would leave you if it meant that I could do good. I'd leave you if it meant that I could save the world. Because as much as I love you, and I do, the world is more important than us. And as much as I love you, even another life, one that we were sworn to protect and save, is more important than us. And even though you swore to this love, you will betray it if you second-guess that decision one more time. So that's what I need to know, Braum. I need to know that you would leave me hanging naked from a wall with a crossbow bolt in my chest, if it meant that you could save a life.
I would.
Tell me you'd leave me.
What if I don't want to?
I don't care what you want. Do you understand? It isn't about what I want. In that moment, all I wanted was for you to come and save me, to choose me, finally, over her. But it wouldn't have been right, and I would have regretted it for the rest of whatever life I had left. So no, this isn't about what you want, not anymore. Not since that thing got closed around your wrist. So you tell me, Braum, you tell me that you would leave me, bloodied and dying, if that's what it took.
I have a duty to this world, and I would fulfill it in any way that I had to. And yes, Lady Kyoko, that includes abandoning you, but you should know that I would suffer every day for the rest of my life for that decision, just as I already do. So I would have to suffer twice. Is that what you wanted to hear?
Yes.
Well, good.
Braum, it was a test. It was a test, and the fact that you and I are still standing here looking at each other means that somehow we managed to pass.
Is it not all right to feel that you can succeed and fail yourself? Is that not all right? That's how I feel. I just want that to be okay.
No, because I want you to know that you didn't fail. Yes, if you'd made that decision, a horrible decision, Braum's choice, you were going to suffer, no matter what. Do you know what would make you suffer more? If you weren't Braum the hero. If you were the Braum that I made you, the janitor. Being a janitor is a fine thing, but it's not you. Because you are nothing but a hero of legend.
You saved me twice, you know.
I'm not saying don't save me if the opportunity isn't there, you idiot. What I'm saying is that I needed to see then and now that you'll live up to the oath on your wrist. Because it's never been in question for me. Because I'd rather suffer than betray that oath. I'd rather suffer never seeing you again, whether it's for the 5 seconds it took me to die, or the lifetime that I would have lived.
I've never been much good with words, and even the ones I have are failing me now. Is it enough to say once more?
I need you to know this because I made that mistake. Right? I made the mistake and I took it away from you, and I took you to a place just because I thought it would save you. And I had somebody put something in your brain so that you could recover with time. And I don't know if I made the right choice. But I know what you looked like. And I knew that soon I wouldn't be staring at Braum and Sophia. I'd be staring at a guy with an ex-wife and 2 kids. This isn't about you, it's about me. Sometimes it's not about you.
If there's anything I could say that would erase these feelings from your heart, I would. I would. But we both know that they are there for a reason. You took these actions for a reason. You believed it was right. You did. And therefore it was right. And we are both here, like you said. Do you believe me?
You were always better at telling the truth.
You were always better at getting out of trouble.
I don't get to be beautiful like you. I just get to be cute. There has to be some kind of balance in the world.
Then this is a very unbalanced world. Because I don't think you see yourself the way I see you, Kyoko.
Are you all right with what's happening downstairs, by the way?
Where downstairs?
Zaron and Sophia.
Ah,
These ears aren't just for show.
I was certainly very taken aback.
Why?
It's a lot to take in.
Why?
I don't know. Yes, I am happy for them both. I think it's what they both need.
It's what I needed.
When? Just now.
Before you. I wanted to make sure that you knew that. She gave me what I needed. And I like to think that I did the same. But that was that. And that was all that it was.
I believe you.
And I swear if you hate her as a result, I will wait for a few months and a day, and then I will backhand you so hard.
And I would deserve it. I can't hate either of you for that. Why would I?
She is as close to an avatar as I know. And as if that explained things, she walks over to where dinner is spread out and she sits down.
I go and join her then, and I maybe move to pour her a drink. What is an avatar?
In computer terms, an avatar is an image or a likeness that you select for yourself. It is your representation in the digital world, because an avatar is actually a representation of a deity or a concept brought to life.
She is very much like that.
She is dangerous to hold.
I'm not sure if I should hear more. Shut up.
And then she just starts eating her soup. She's not interested in elaborating.
Braum's seen but a glimpse and now he wants to know more.
Well, all right then, Kyoko. All right. Have you ever had any nicknames?
Yes. You will never find them.
I'm all about challenges.
The following morning,
Okay, she didn't die. I think we're good. I know.
the following morning, he is What time does Sophia? Would you consider Sophia an early riser?
A fairly early riser, yeah.
Okay, so when you start to wake up, Zaron is not already awake, but he is also not asleep. He is in that state where he's about to come around, and it's
dozing.
It's quite clear. He doesn't have the color of your hair, but his own hair is just spread across the bed in much the same way as before. And the sun is just cresting above your window. So it's not like sunrise, but now it's actually gotten up to the point where you can see it. And it's outlining the two of you in light. You know, that kind of vague glow that you can get if you're standing just the right amount of early sunlight.
Nice.
The crepuscular rays.
Ooh!
Wow.
I read that in a book. Hello.
Oh, what are you doing here, Braum?
I should go again.
I've been here the whole time.
You can hear that there's a few other people moving around in the building, but it seems like a few red branch, golden knot, or
Golden braid.
golden braid. Golden braid, I'm gonna have to get used to that. A few other golden braid members are also early risers, but they're not bothering you.
I'm just gonna just start like kind of puttering around, getting her robe on.
Just like the
opening
sort
the
of.
curtain.
Okay. Zaron wakes up just a few moments after you slide your robe back on, and he doesn't do that thing where he just lies in bed and watches you as you move around. He slides to a sitting position on the bed and looks out at the sun as it rises up in the window, and then he stands and he doesn't like make an over show of stretching, but like there's that like working out.
Fair enough.
You have a meeting later today.
So do you.
Yes. Oh, did you take the painting? Or
Yes.
Did you leave it in the
No,
room?
no, we took it.
What about Mab?
Yeah. took Mab. But like Mab was allowed to like I opened we have a routine. I opened the window. She can like go wander around outside, but like
Put a sock on the door.
Yeah.
No,
Like
she's
Mab.
like, whoa.
Sometimes
okay.
you get back to your apartment, Mab, like there's just this tiny,
there's the tiny
little
spot.
sock.
I'm like,
You're
God
like,
damn it.
Where did you
sex.
find one? Here.
It's those things
She's
from
just
the
with
ocean.
elevator slug. Oh my god.
Oh my god,
Oh my
it's
god, it's so slow.
beautiful. It's so slow.
I don't suppose you're nervous.
About the meetings? Oddly, no. Planning that test all week with Queen Lenore brought us much closer together. I feel very comfortable around her now. Everybody else, I don't know, but the other heads of the houses. I'm starting to understand, without really comprehending, that everybody seems to hate my house. And they don't understand why I'm a part of it. I was blissfully unaware, I suppose, of the spark.
You're surrounded by Gwydion, who have a higher calling than the house itself. And Fiona, who honestly have little time to feel superior to other houses. Braum, Kyoko, Claude, they were Red Branch Knights more than they were ever Gwydion. Now they are Golden Braid. There is ugliness outside of the walls that you call home. I guarantee you that they will start seeing less of it. The more that you are here, the more that your voice is heard, the more that your actions are felt.
I can do that for my house. They stand for something good and true. I don't want them to be shunned here anymore.
The Lady Fiona was looked down upon because of her love for a prodigal werewolf.
And how did that end?
Badly.
Shit.
But in that, we understand that sometimes we feel love for those who are not like us, and that this is no crime. Whether it is for the sons of Adam and daughters of Eve, or for the loup-garou, the heart is the heart.
The heart is the heart.
we should both get ready.
Should.
And he walks forward and he puts his hand on your cheek in the same way that you put it on his earlier. And here, when he kisses you, it's not completely chaste, but it's also not.
Round 3.
Yeah,
Here
it's not
we
like
go.
whoa, yeah.
Oh my god.
But there's definite fondness there, and
That's so nice.
I look forward to the ball.
I hope to outshine you. As difficult as it will be.
Bitch.
Good. I did like competition.
Get out, it'll take you all day to get ready.
You won't be saying that at the end of the ball.
Get the fuck out of my room. No.
The fuck? He just pulls out a switchblade.
Oh my god!
I said.
Summon some fire. We're like, okay, I guess we're doing
We're
this.
doing this.
I got
Jesus.
tweeted at.
Jesus.
Twatted at. Did we?
Twat. No.
I got twatted at.
Nobody
It says there
likes
on
us. I thought we were playing.
Twatted at. So for the two of you,
Yes.
Yes.
I think we'll probably play through your meetings. You won't get necessarily a chance to talk to Lillian today.
Oof.
That's
like
okay. We
Yeah,
need
no, I know,
the
it's
SAS
quite-
machine back with us.
I
this
know.
week.
Fuck.
Okay.
Need someone who can take out an hourglass
got-
at 800 meters.
I got it, and we'll make sure that it's at the appropriate
Can you
time.
remember?
Hair and tears streaming. By the way, when Zeron cries and tears stream, they sparkle.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All she tears sparkle and have a habit of just flying away from.
We're like the
Yeah.
Twilight vampires, but
It's
like not all.
John's
of ours.
hot take for Changeling the Dreaming, guys. Get into it.
Who was first? I think it was you.
It was me.
So, Braum.
Hmm?
Can I call you Braum?
Yeah,
Call me anything. Just don't call me late for dinner.
Kyoko does not spend the night in her room. She spends the night in yours. She is not DTF. I
Well,
should point that out.
That's cool.
She's very much not. She's very much more like DTC.
Cuddle.
Cocksucker.
Whoa!
No, she's
Fall
down
out.
to cuddle.
Don't come in, buddy.
She's down to cuddle. And there's very much a sort of feeling of like, oh, okay. And then in the morning, she helps you get ready.
Got
I
banned.
got banned.
We gotta rename the channel, guys.
Sweet.
Twitch.tv/no jab allowed.
How about slash hair? Go ahead.
Slash girl.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think she and I are really renegotiating our relationship in a way.
It's not that she's like, oh, I don't want to touch you. It's
No.
more like, I'm still really getting over the fact that I went through a really difficult thing, and I don't feel very sexy
That's
right now.
super
She
fair.
needs time, yo.
Yep, that's super fair.
It's like being on your period times 100. Shot through a crossbow.
I don't
imagine it's
think
like that.
those are equivalent.
I mean, there's bleeding, and then there's bleeding.
And there's crossbow bolts while you're nude and stuck to a wall. Cold iron. It's terrible.
You're taken into the observatory at the top of the keep in which Lenore spends her time. There is an observatory at the roof with a telescope, and it's sort of like a very stereotypical stone. You know, like there's some windows around and circular. You have to take a spiral staircase to get up.
Baller. I love that sort of thing.
And when you arrive, McAllister is sitting in a chair with her, and she looks up when you enter the room.
Your Majesty, I can wait.
Please sit down.
I do.
Braum, I've been made aware that in my father's branch. McAllister here was the coordinator. And it was him who made sure that the actions of the branch were smoothed over here at Terranar, along the other politicians, nobles, commoners, and that he would also be the one to direct resources when it was necessary, as he is, unfortunately, no longer fit to serve in dangerous situations as a result of injury.
We were blessed to have such an incredible mind working for us here.
McAllister has come to me to claim that because this was not his initiative, he should not be considered the leader.
I'll look at him. Does he...
He is looking at you, and there's this impassiveness in his face.
Okay. I would not want to force leadership upon one that did not believe it to be theirs.
I wish to know what you want.
I want all of the members of the Golden Braid to have equal power and authority. That is what I want. Perhaps it is a bit idealistic.
Then you would wish for me to strip McAllister of his baronetcy.
No, I could not wish that on him.
Then you would wish that all members of the Golden Branch be elevated to a baronetcy.
I could not ask that either.
Then what do you wish?
Our titles are all within our respective houses. The Golden Braid transcends them.
It is going to be up to you two, along with the other members, to determine how your organizational structure will work.
All right.
In the meantime, you will have to contend with the fact that in your house, there are others who outrank you. Once you have determined the correct form of address, you will run it past my advisors so that you will be addressed correctly upon the ball later today. Do you understand?
I do.
Should this require any change in your title, you will have to discuss it, if this is how you feel, with your house and your High Lord. I do hold the power to grant whatever title I desire, but I will not overstep his bounds if you do not believe that this will be the correct course of action. I have not spoken with him on this.
I understand, Your Majesty. Part of my hesitance is, in fact, because of my High Lord. He and I do not see eye to eye, although that is not anything that you need to concern yourself with.
I just want to point out that this clip is Breakable Puzzled Kathy Corgi Derp.
Is this the one of Scott's face?
I hope so. Playing a Twitch clip, guys. Oh no.
Nodding.
I don't
that's
even know
cute.
what that was.
Oh, I totally shouldn't have closed that window.
Whoops.
What was in it?
Nothing that important. It's just now if I open another window, it won't open under mine.
Gasp!
Yep.
No.
What was the clip of? What was the clip of?
Damn it. Oh.
Hey! Do you
Hey.
actually just want to play it?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Here we go, guys.
Thank
We're
you.
taking a mini break.
in my father's branch, McAllister here was the coordinator. And it was him who made sure that the action.
Oh, that must have been the
I was reacting to the
menstruation.
cold iron menstruation.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's a pretty honest reaction for me, I think, as well. Just the phrasing.
Yeah.
Hashtag phrasing. We're still doing phrasing?
McAllister leaves with you.
So,
She's leaving it in Olenian's hands. You understand
I
that
definitely try to hold that face away, like
I
not make that
entered
face.
there thinking that she was going to grant you a baronetcy at least.
And
You
for-
sure you want to put it in his hands? He's kind of a prick.
I do not wish to have to be in this conflict with my High Lord forever. It will have to come to a head sooner or later. Do you not think?
Don't really associate High Lord Olenian with head a whole lot.
Lord McAllister, my choices are to have the High Queen overstep his bounds and have him hate me forever, or to go to him and request something that he feels I do not deserve. It's not exactly a good choice to have. There must be another option I'm not thinking of.
We'll have to see.
Yes.
At 4 o'clock.
New house, let's go.
At 4 o'clock, when you are taken to the observatory, there is the queen, and sitting next to her is a man with torn clothing, a patchy beard, a hunch that's been developed, but yet still the noble ears of a she. So while it is a patchy beard, I guess a patchy beard isn't the correct way of putting it. Definitely an unkempt beard. It still works for him. But he's only appearance 3.
Is he a she? Is that what you said?
Yeah, he's she.
That's interesting.
I'm gonna curtsy.
Please sit.
I sit.
I have been speaking with your High Lord.
Oh.
I would know who the High Lord is, wouldn't I?
You might not know him,
I mean-
like, directly. You were, of course, granted your knighthood by someone else. And you haven't spent a lot of time around here. But the High Lord of Liam, who you would know of,
Yeah.
Noman.
Noman?
Noman. Noman.
Nice.
And this would be Lord Noman?
High Lord.
High Lord Noman?
Is the ranking member of House Liam here on the planet. And he travels the world disguised as a beggar.
That is the most Liam thing I have ever heard, and I love it.
That's pretty Liam. That's so Liam. And
That's
so Raven.
Liam.
And when I address him, would I address him as my lord?
My lord, or, yeah, my lord, even though he doesn't hold the rank of a baron, he would be considered my lord because his title is essentially High Lord.
Okay.
But you don't say, like, High Lord.
My High Lord. High Lord.
Hello. A jewel in my own house. And he stands up and, with still sure hands, reaches forward and takes yours for a moment before he sits and you sit, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
You have done so much for Concordia. It hasn't gone unnoticed.
My lord, I was happy to do my best by Concordia and by our house.
It isn't a matter of best. It's a matter of what happened, of what occurred. We have an image problem.
We do. Yes.
Lady Sophia, we have been discussing, and your services to the nation itself have been great, but your services to me personally, alongside those of your house, should not go unnoticed. I am offering you your own title. No one here has agreed, but now it is up to you to decide if you wish to accept it. You would be titled the Lady Sophia of Cross's Shadow. Your baronetcy would encompass, yet not include, the spark. You would be known for all to hear. I'm speaking slowly so that this can be written down.
I really appreciate it.
You will be known for all to hear as the Queen's advisor of dreams. I would not ask you to relocate here unless you wished to, but I understand that you have a duty to your own motley and to your own home. But I would position you as a member of my court, that we can show that the House of Liam still holds honor among the Seelie. In part thanks to you.
Your Majesty, I don't know what to say.
Hesitance is still a normal part of being offered something. You understand that this is something that we believe you've earned.
Words fail me. That you have both placed so much trust in me is... My whole life I've had people look at everything I've achieved with doubt and second glances, and now I accept.
I should tell you that we did ask a few of your acquaintances for their own opinions of this matter and swore them to secrecy. We hope that you will not blame them. You are no longer considered a knight. In these eyes, you are considered the Lady Sophia of Cross's Shadow, and your first official act, if you so choose, will be to re-grant the spark as its own commoner muse to Sister Flex, as it technically would fall under your domain otherwise.
Whoop.
I will do so gladly.
I would have assumed Civil War.
Fucking power grab, let's go.
No, I want
That's
it
mine.
for me. Thank you.
Amazing.
My thanks to House Liam for your assistance and your willingness to let us enjoy the light of your jewel. So, something that I should inform you of.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, Ramsey.
So you technically now have a title.
Sweet.
A title by itself doesn't actually give a ton of power. Power is something that you have or you don't. It's more about you. You don't actually have lands that cover other freeholds. This is sort of like yep, these are your lands because this way we can say that you are a baroness that isn't a landless baroness, which exists.
Right,
But in this case, it's a little more. It puts a little more faith, a little more investment in you. So technically, the only freehold that you have under your control is the Spark, and you are potentially going to cede it away. But a baroness is awarded a scepter, which you don't necessarily have to carry around. But if you were ever holding court and you were the one in charge, then the scepter would have to be either on display or in your hand.
Why did you turn this down, bro? Why did you turn
I haven't done anything yet.
I did not, however, have the wish of making sure that you would enter this empty-handed. And he crosses over and he pulls out a wrapped bundle and he undoes. It's a very plain-looking scepter. It's not ostentatious at all, but it has a sapphire sitting at its peak.
It'll match my dress perfectly when I carry it around the party.
With wrought silver, just encasing it and holding it in place.
I love it.
And he kneel.
I kneel.
And he places the scepter into your hand. Normally, I would point out that this would be done in public. We wanted to ensure that you were all right with it first. At the ball, we will, in fact, make sure that this is going to be known. We've invited your oathmaid to return so that she can witness this as well.
Oh, I'd love for Patches to be here, thank you. It might not be important to her, but it's important to me. And thank you for not informing me at the ball. I think I would have fainted.
I don't think you would have. I will point out, though, that I will not be there.
No?
I have too many enemies for me to cast a shadow upon your light.
Let's see if we can change that, shall we?
Yes. Yes, I think we might. Braum.
Yes.
Actually, where are you when she's in her meeting?
I mean, I think Lord McAllister and I...
We're just gonna get drunk.
Yeah!
Let's go.
How else are you going to deal with a Linian? No, I imagine we're headed somewhere where we can talk sort of more or less privately.
Okay. As you are headed over there, one thing that I will point out is that crossing the courtyard with more than a few eyes and more than a few people running after him is Zeron. And he is being very gracious and smiling and saying hello, shaking hands, even signing an autograph, which you can tell that he does with a certain amount of I know it's important for you, so I'm not going to ruin this moment, but
Yeah, that's funny.
But he seems very happy.
Aww.
And I think we'll end the session there.
How does his hair look? Does it look better than mine? God damn it!
It's
We're
streaming.
running out of time.
It's streaming. We're almost out of time, Jack. God damn it.
Well, one thing that I will say is that we didn't get to where I thought we would. But we had other things to deal with.
Some
apparently.
things got in the way. That is correct.
Aragorn says that there will be some wiki edits tonight, and maybe we'll be lucky enough to see them.
Ooh. Oh.
All right. So that is an excellent play of the game.
These are great.
So we're gonna throw that up there.
Oh, we didn't have a bet.
Oh, we did have a bet, but I never actually put it up.
What's
Oh
your
no.
Well, that's fine.
I have a good one.
I don't think people would have won anyway.
No? What was the bet?
We
Can I
use it
ask?
for next session.
Oh, it's true.
How
because
good
it
of a
actually
party
probably
will
be
they have?
it was probably be more appropriate because it was really kind of focused on the ball.
Oh, okay. Whoops.
And since we didn't get to the ball, then that's fine. But
Gala, at the gala.
but we can in fact find out about play the game. In the meantime, I'm gonna ask what you learned. Actually, no. First, I'm gonna throw out the play of the game.
All right.
So
Let's do that.
So that we can see that, and then we'll ask what you learned. So the play of the game, the vote at least, starts now. Braum loves Kyoko and does his best to ensure she knows it with dinner and cuddles.
That's his best.
Or Sophia becomes the muse of Sir Zeron and then becomes amused with Sir Zeron.
Hey. I love
Let's
that.
vote 0 or 1.
We can't just go with both of us because of the sharing a look over Sir Zeron's chiseled body. Like, we can't go with that.
We're gonna let the vote
No,
speak
no, no,
for
no.
itself.
Yeah, that's fair. I learned that despite all of the success and
Despite all my rage.
despite all my rage, despite all of the successes of this, sort of quest, I guess, Braum is still very unsure of a few things. But that the more people talk to him about it, the more that he does, in fact, become sure that he can do the right thing.
Okay.
Just as Sophia was starting to understand how hard it would be to gain respect at Terranar for being House Liam, she gains this crazy title because of
Great.
despite being House Liam, essentially. And so that blew her mind.
I wonder if you'll eventually realize or not realize. I wonder if you'll eventually learn what the thought process was that Lenore had going on.
I hope someday.
Maybe we will.
I mean, maybe you will. Maybe you'll get a chance to talk to them. But maybe I'll get a chance to announce that we are lucky enough. It's a tie.
Yay!
Hey, thanks everyone.
Thanks, guys. Oh, I gotta write these down, hey? Oh boy, all right. B does his best. Oh boy, sorry.
Hungry hippo. Hungry hippo.
Loves her. That's gonna be really hard to read later. Oh boy. Becomes the muse.
It'll be on the stream. You can always look.
That's
at
true,
it on the stream.
which I actually usually do anyway. And amused.
You could probably also ask Aragorn really nicely to just DM you that text that she
Aragorn
also
does
sends to John.
so much for me already.
That's true.
Thank you.
I mean, when does she not?
That's very true.
That's true.
We have great mods. Great mods.
we have
a drink counter of 5.
Okay, you have a theory. I have no.
I do.
Freaking.
I have to confirm, and I'll confirm it with John and not the chat. I believe that the drink counter can't be you.
It cannot specifically be my actions. It has to be your actions instead.
So I'm going to say it was always when John rolled on one of our actions or because one of our actions.
So whenever we trigger
a GM roll, a storyteller roll.
That's fair.
Can we go with that?
Yeah, sure.
Survey says.
Just throw it over to
Show
chat.
me forced rolls.
Yay! Force.
Good job, Scott.
Ka-choo!
So that means we get, what, 5?
5? That's a lot of experience.
Shit.
Oh, shit!
It's a lot of
Thanks,
experience.
guys.
I'm really going to start pulling back.
No, don't. You say that every time.
No, wait.
Please don't. We're not buying too much.
I am.
What are you doing?
No, I'm fine.
I think with all this
Sneaky.
sexing Sophia's
I'll
doing.
point out that
with
you
Zeron,
did win
she's
that drink
stamina
counter
free.
also for Kate. She will get that
Oh, excellent.
experience point.
Great.
So
You know what, Aragorn?
75 episodes in is fine if they have a lot of XP. But the problem, Mr. Rich, is that power creep is a thing.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, thankfully, this isn't the kind of game where we're up against bigger and bigger like baddies all the time. You know what I mean? It's not like a leveled like system in which every episode there's like a new monster
Well,
of the week that has to
Exalted
be slightly.
is a perfect example, right? Like with that, we actually felt how powerful we were, and we didn't get to as many episodes as we did with Changeling. With Changeling, because there's
Crazy.
more like political machinations, we don't feel as like absurdly powerful.
Crosshair.
Sophia
I'm
just needs to
counting
go
on
up
it.
to stamina 3. She's having a lot of sex now.
I can't believe she's not stamina 3. That's
I
crazy.
know, so that's what I'm saving up for next. I don't want to hear any.
I mean, there's a certain you know, je ne sais quoi about the, you know, flushed, exhausted, panting of a person who is just
John, please, I'm right here.
outsexed.
We are outsexed, outmanned, outnumbered, outplanned.
What is this?
It's Hamilton.
Oh, okay. I don't know a word for word, I'm sorry. Yay!
I mean, that was an interesting little look-see into things.
was
There
fabulous.
Did some of that go the way you expected?
Well,
did any of that go the way you
none of
expected?
it necessarily went the way that I expected, because I expected when we get to the ball, I expected there wouldn't be. I can say that there was a point where I was convinced that you were about to make a really, really big mistake, and then you didn't.
Great. I'm not convinced I won't make that mistake in the future. Just putting that out
I
there.
think I know what that moment was.
Cool. We're gonna talk about it on the way
What do you
home.
think that moment was?
Or
I think
talk
the
about it now.
moment was when he said that he didn't want, like he wouldn't want to have left Kyoko behind. I was worried he was going to elaborate on that and say, you know what, if I could go back, no, I would save you because I love you. And she would have dumped his ass on the spot.
Interesting.
If he had.
Interesting idea. What about you?
I wouldn't necessarily be able to guess. That was such a minefield of a conversation.
Oh man.
And like,
You know what the thing
for
is,
me
though?
and for Braum, I
It
was like,
wasn't
whoa.
like the conversation was a minefield, and I'm sure that that's what we're going to be discussing on the ride home. But the part that I thought where you were like, I was like, oh, Braum, this is it, was when you decided to poke her again.
Oh,
She specifically asked to be left alone, and you specifically did not.
right.
What was this before your conversation at the end, or?
Well, when I
When
came
you
back
invited
to
her
be
to
like,
dinner.
let's have dinner, because I wasn't given a time frame. But you're right.
You
Like
weren't
that's
given a time
fair.
frame. So I was just like, because I knew that there was this. Depending on how you treated that, she would have just been like, I asked, you couldn't even give this to me, like you. But
Yeah, who are you, Sophia?
I know to give my friends some space. That's why I'm never around.
that look at the look at the
It's
wristwatch
true.
says so
I
much.
saw that happen. I was like, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, it was,
whoa.
Yep.
Great, fun game though. Like,
that
I mean,
was
I
great.
thought that was really cool. Yeah.
I get to look forward to next game though. You know why?
Kate back.
Because
Okay.
we can just separate the two
Separate
of you.
us.
That's fair.
There's
gotta
also, I
keep
mean, like,
them
there's some big changes, and I think that there's been more than one big change for all of you, very specifically, and I'm kind of curious to see where that's going to go.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be cool. Can't wait.
I mean, I'm going to ask, because Erwin usually has a good answer to this, but I'll ask the other people here if they have anything specific that they're like, oh, I'm really excited about this.
Be it things that came up this
Fuck,
session,
that's the music
or,
when we're ready to leave. We're not leaving yet. We're not
or
leaving just yet.
last, or something you're excited about for the ball.
Or just in general.
in
I think
general.
about the characters. Nice.
Like something that either happened this session or something that will happen as a direct result of this session.
Are you still enjoying playing around in the world here, John? Oh, never mind.
I'm excited for Braum versus Lenore, and I want to know what's up with that hourglass.
I am also excited for that. I'm very excited.
I'm just so tired fighting people.
Look, it's been a long goddamn day.
I'm over 40, for the love of Christ.
Somebody get me a Bud Light and an easy chair.
Look, I will settle for a cerveza with a lime tucked into the top of the bottle.
Nice.
How do you get the lime in the bottle? Do you have to cut it really small? I don't know.
What do I look like? A bartender.
It's weird having one party of PCs that are very polite and follow the rules, are very considerate, and then the next day being a part of a party that, what should we say? We're rebels?
Yeah, they like to fly in the face of convention. Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's put it that
Rebels
way.
without a clue.
It's very interesting flip-flopping back and forth between the two.
Yeah. I like that though. I think that's a great way to encapsulate both worlds.
So
my
there's
God, yeah.
some interest in what Braum's got going on. What about Sophia? Anything there?
Any chaotic things
We'll
from
save Patches when
a
she's
powder
actually
keg of
involved.
etiquette.
Yeah.
Love it.
I mean, I'm super happy for you with this new title. This is very cool.
Thank you. I'm
super
thrilled.
cool.
I think Sophia's
Thank you. I'd like to thank
Nix
my
was offered a
parents.
Baroness title. What does it pay?
Sorry, but seriously though.
Where are my lands? Where are my dragons?
Oh shit.
I want to see more lions. Where are my trees? Where my trees
Where my
at?
tree
Where my treat?
Where my
Oh,
tree
nice.
As he comes to visit and celebrate.
Nice. I want to see
Whoa.
what everybody's wearing. So, I might get my Pinterest board out.
Oh, here we
And
go.
we might need to create a Pinterest board about the fashions around the gala.
So
I'm just saying.
there is one thing that I do have to pull back.
Oh no.
There is something that happens that I have to point out, and it happens with Sophia.
Oh no.
Because I was thinking about delaying this to next session, and I realized that I can't. So,
Back in.
Sophia,
Yeah.
would you say that you were relatively excited when you were getting this baronetcy?
Yeah.
Okay. You are allowed to leave so that you can prepare. Now there will be eyes on you. But as you leave, you realize that you had received a text message while you were in the room.
Fair enough.
The text message reads,
Oh, I can't wait.
"I always knew."
And it's from Helena.
No.
No. Who's it from?
It's from where?
Oh shit. Oh, where?
Wait,
But I should point out
how does she?
that you received the message
Before I got the
before you got the baronetcy.
soothsayer.
That's some pretty intense soothsay.
She's powerful. We knew this.
She's just watching you all the time though. Like I don't know. That's weird.
No, she just got a flash and was like, "My girl's gonna be a baroness. Better text her." That's exactly what happened.
Oh,
I
dang.
love it.
I wonder what Aragorn's reaction to that particular.
That's the face.
We'll see. Maybe we'll see where that goes. But that's something that I thought I could wait. But
Yay.
No,
Thank
no,
you,
no, no.
John.
This is important to.
I don't wanna wait.
We've got tomorrow to look forward to as well. That's on
Yeah.
twitch.tv/beanduck. Full party, 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Watch these two chuckle fucks play in an Exalted game, a new Exalted game with two other actor friends of ours. We still have to struggle through another week without our TD, but Kate will be back.
We will struggle, and we will make it. Otherwise, through the week,
A bunch of other Beanduck streams throughout the week, but
Yeah.
then Friday?
Friday there will be Punchy. There
Hey,
will
Dio.
be Punchy. And Punchy is going to be a very selfish birthday stream for myself.
birthday stream.
Well, because I'm not really doing a lot on my actual birthday, so I'm going to dedicate the whole week to my birthday.
Birthday week.
Especially
I like a
between
good birthday
Wednesday
week.
and Saturday. So if we
Punchy
have an
Friday
event that
birthday.
falls between then, yay!
we can do whatever
Maybe we'll
you
get like
want.
pizza or something.
I'm
and
thinking
do Jello shots.
We don't even have to. I love.
Shit, I would do pizza and
Whoa.
Jello shots. I would actually do Jello
John,
shots.
do you want to be a guest on Punchy?
I will totally be a guest
Let's
on
cram
Punchy,
people
except
in. Oh no.
It's going to be
Someone
the
will
day
just be
after somebody
back.
gets back.
This is true.
So
Never
we'll
mind.
see. No, because there's a very good chance that she'll be like, yeah.
Okay, so
Thanks,
John
everybody.
Pending.
Yeah, be pending, I think is what it's going to
Beep, 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 beep,
beep, beep, beep.
bing.
He is gonna do this.
Barcelona.
So, Erwin, I know we're just signing off, but I have to tell you really quick. My uncle married a woman who is from Catalonia, so they both now say Barcelona. They just have like a little bit of this like continental Spanish accent, and it's amazing. I always laugh a little bit, not at them, but with them.
We have to be like absurdly like extravagant and ostentatious
Super bougie when we
on Friday for Punchy.
Okay.
Like everything,
Ostentatious?
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
Everything we do has to be done like to be fancy.
Okay,
And
that
we have
sounds
to
good.
ride the unicorn everywhere.
I wear my best chain and my best. No, we're good.
Interesting.
Oh, on the stream.
This
you
is
mean.
still showing.
I mean, and in life.
It's still showing Buddha.
I don't know.
Balls.
It's like,
Damn it,
I can
OBS.
I
Come
can
on.
See who subbed this?
Aw,
Yay,
thanks, Sarah
Gwen. That's nice. It was a good game today,
I hope
wasn't
so.
it? It was fun.
But we'll be back Sunday here, hopefully with Kate for more Changeling streaming.
Yay. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Dio. Thanks, Mom. Yes, Eric Wynn and Crosshair, thank you.
Thank you, everybody. First, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Peas and carrots, peas and carrots. Peas and carrots.
Rhubarb. Oh, what is rhubarb?
Rhubarb sassafras.
I would have keypad, I would have keypadded all over the place.
Ew.